Hello humans and cephalopods, my name is Hude, and welcome back to Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We're in Chapter 4, and I'll be honest with you, I don't really remember what happened. It has been a little bit since we last played. We're in the daily life, we're trying to break into the headmaster's room, I think. I think that's where we last left off. Welcome in, Emmy, how you doing? The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze and pulled me back to the real world. Was I taking a nap? I forgot where we left off, if I'm being honest. Talking about like what we're gonna do with Sakura, blah blah blah. We're waiting for a new clue, and that's why we're waiting for alter ego. I went back to my room. I was tired, so I went down to lie into bed. Okay, that's where we last left off. I vaguely remember now. The sharp sound of the doorbell pierced my sleepy haze, and let me check that my windows are closed. That one is. They both are. I would feel bad if I was yelling out my windows. And pulled me back to the real world. Alright, door is belling. Who's it gonna be? Sakura. Kyoko. Makoto, get out here. Kyoko, what's going on?
Indeed.
Hina just came to see me and she was white as a ghost. Sounds like something's happened. What? As soon as I heard those words, my heart started to beat a little faster. I suddenly found myself wide awake. She said for us to come to the rec room. The rec room? Okay, let's hurry. Hi. Makoto, Kyoko, Hina, what's wrong? Something's not right. In the rec room. What's inside? There was a window on the rec room door, and I hurried to look inside. And when I did... Sakura? She's just sitting there. Is she unconscious? She's sitting up in the chair like she's bowing her head.
Hey.
What's going on? Did something happen to her?
Huh?
I was just walking past and I happened to notice her through the window, but I couldn't get the door open. I tried knocking, I tried calling her name, but she wouldn't respond.
Huh?
So what should we do? What are we gonna do? Oh, I never answered your question. How am I doing? Work was extremely overstaffed, so I didn't really have much to do. So it's kind of a boring day, but I'm doing pretty good. I've been talking to some people that make me really happy, so things have been going pretty well.
Anyway.
First of all, we need to get into that room. But the door's locked, right? And if we break in, we'll be violating school regulations.
Listen to me.
We're going to force our way in. I just said
Wrong.
the door isn't locked. It's not locked because the rec room door doesn't have a lock. Huh? Then why...
It would seem...
It feels like the door is pressing up against something inside the room. Is it the chair? Chair?
In other words...
Either way, this door isn't locked, which means, as far as I can tell, the rule doesn't apply. Then there's no problem if we break in?
Indeed.
Let's smash the window. That should be the fastest way. Okay, I'll go get something to break it with. Wait right here. Chair? Yeah, why was he confused? Welcome in, Rocky. That's a good question. Why was he confused? Like, yeah, it might be blocked with a chair. Chair? Yes, Makoto. It's that four-legged thing that you sit on. Inside the rec room, Sakura still hadn't moved an inch. She's just unconscious, right? Often found around tables, but not always. They don't always have four legs, but most often they do. Some have little wheels on them, too. Is she okay? I mean, it's Sakura, so I'm sure... Kyoko didn't reply. She could have been poisoned. We did mention the poison. That's like a Chekhov's gun right there. There was only silence. But that silence didn't last long. Here! Huff Huff! I found a broom, Huff! In the classroom, Huff Huff! Use it!
Makoto.
You can handle this, right, Makoto?
Please!
Come on, please hurry! Okay, you two stand back. I took hold of the broom and swung it as hard as I could. Aiming directly at the window, all it took was one solid hit. Yeah, they wouldn't mention poison for nothing, exactly. Someone is either getting poisoned this chapter or next one. The way it's been so far, it'll likely be this chapter. The window shattered into 100 pieces, scattering across the rec room floor. I stuck my hand through the now open window, open in big heavy quotes, now open window, and started jostling the chair leaning against the door. The chair's pretty heavy, but if I can just... I pushed on it with all my strength, and finally the knob turned. Sakura! I ran up to her as fast as I could, but the moment I laid my hand on her... Oh, is she actually dead? She's smiling. Nope. All I felt was cold death. I could feel only the last lingering warmth of a living body. Life had abandoned Sakura's body. I'm guessing poison was mixed with one of her protein drinks. And then... there it is. I guess it has to be like we enter the same room, because we all saw through the window. We all discovered the body. I guess we had to confirm it was a body.
Has been discovered. After a certain amount of time, which you may use however you like, the
That's a shame.
trial will begin.
Chapter 4 was kind of short, though. Poison's usually very painful. Maybe in her last moments, she realized that, like, this was bound to happen based on, like, her position as the spy, so she was smiling as, like, go figure, cruel fate or something. Or maybe didn't want to give the satisfaction of the despair at the end, you know? Poison also isn't always painful. It depends on the poison, really.
Huh?
There are some poisons that you just don't really realize are happening, and they just, like, knock you out and eat away at you while you're asleep. It could have just made her feel weak and, like, weaker and weaker until she drifted off. So it really depends.
Sakura's
How do I know that? Don't worry about it.
dead. She's
Oh,
really dead.
poor Hina. I heard Hina talking, but my eyes stared steadily forward. I could only look on at Sakura's dead body. Don't worry about it. We didn't make it in time. It's happened again. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect Sakura's body. Who do we still have alive? Byakuya, Hiro, Kyoko, Hina, Toko. Sakura's not marked as dead probably until the trial starts. So it was either Toko... I can't imagine it would be Hina unless she's like the world's best actor. I think she wouldn't go out of her way to kill Sakura. It could be Hiro. I really don't think it's going to be Byakuya. I feel like Byakuya is going to be one of the last ones standing. Or secretly Sakura is not dead yet. And this gave it away, right? I mean, who was freaking out the most about Sakura being a spy? Toko, Byakuya, and Hiro. All three of them. Because the only other three would have been me, Kyoko, and Hina. I want to say it was Toko, but let's see how this plays out. Muttering to herself, Kyoko began to gently inspect her body. I wondered, was she confirming that Sakura really was dead? Checking for a pulse or a reaction? No, she was probably trying to figure out how she died. I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. On shaky legs, Hina left the rec room. And why? Why did this have to happen? That's all I could say. I repeated it over and over again. I need to examine Sakura's body. Welcome in, TARDIS. I just stood there motionless behind her while she checked Sakura's corpse. Time passed. While I stood there unable to do a thing, time just passed. Leah likes something. Welcome in. What is it that you like, Leah? And I hope you're doing well. It's been a while since you've seen the game. Yeah, it's fun. I'm enjoying it so far. And after I don't know how long, I got everyone. What? Ugh! Ogre?
Yes, yes.
Oh, she's dead, huh?
I see.
Sakura's been killed? I see. As soon as they arrived, Kyoko began.
Just a second.
You heard the announcement right just now, right? So you know what this means. Sakura was murdered, and by someone in this very room. Is that what you were going to say? I think it was Toko, and I think this is the trial. This is all me guessing. Obviously, do not confirm for me or deny. We'll see as the trial progresses. I want it to be Toko, but Genocide Jill is the one that's in the trial. So, obviously, she's innocent. You know what I'm saying? That would be cool. The something that I like sure is something. Oh, the suspense. No, whoever killed her. It's not just someone in this room.
It's your fault!
It was one of you. Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, one of you killed Sakura.
What?
You're accusing us before we've even begun the investigation? I don't need to investigate anything, because you hated her. You hated the sight of her.
I won't forgive you.
One of you did it. I know it. You know it?
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Jeez, I didn't know that your power level would increase by that much just by getting mad.
What the heck?
What are you doing here?
Come on.
Isn't it obvious? I'm here to hand out my little murder flyer.
It's the Monokuma file.
Here it is. And don't get so mad, Miss Asahina, or you're going to ruin that lewd little face of yours. Now then, with that, Hold on. There's something I want to ask you. Huh? It was you, wasn't it? You killed Sakura?
Say what?
Uh-huh. Sakura wanted to challenge the mastermind to a duel. Maybe you and her fought again, and then...
In other words...
Then I killed her? Sorry, not quite. Actually, not even close. That whole thing is totally irrelevant now. Sakura came to a most regrettable end without even getting the chance to finish things with me. Which, thank God for that. It saved me the trouble of having to go through with our little fight. Because even someone like me, it would have been no mean feat to take down a behemoth like that.
Hey,
I gotta tell ya, I was actually pretty worried. I mean, she'd violated a rule by attacking me in the first place, but I wasn't able to punish her.
Well done.
So I don't know who it was, but whoever the Blackened is this time, I owe you one.
What is this?
You owe them one? Hoopsie, before you get all pissy-potty at me, you better figure out who did it first. Because, I mean, your lives are all on the line, right? So on and so forth.
What is this?
What the hell? He owes them one?
I won't forgive
I hate him. I hate this whole thing. Well, I, for one, am glad it was Sakura. She was working for the mastermind, after all. How can you say that now? Sorry, I don't have time for your squabbling. The next game has already begun. If you want to be angry at someone, be angry at whoever killed Sakura.
Anyway,
Right now, our top priority needs to be uncovering Sakura's killer. If we can't do that, we're all dead. Then let's decide who will stand guard this time. I'll do it. Hina? I'm okay. Just let me handle it. Besides, I want to be here with Sakura.
That's fine.
Okay, then Hina is guard number 1. But we need one more. Kyoko, that's you.
what?
Me? You're always a thorn in my side. This time, just stand by and watch quietly. Consider that an order. An order?
That's fine.
Fine, I'll stay behind. I fucking love Byakuya. He's such a little shit. Then it's settled. Let's begin, shall we? Hold on. Before that, there's something I want to say.
What?
Which is... Hiro, Byakuya, Toko, none of you are allowed to step foot in the crime scene. What?
It's your fault!
One of you killed Sakura.
I won't forgive
I won't let someone like that come anywhere near her.
Stop talking.
Don't be stupid. Our lives are in just as much danger as yours. We have every right to investigate. I don't care what you say. I'm not letting the one who killed Sakura anywhere near her. Even if it means I have to use force, you're not getting in here. Well, it appears further discussion would be a waste of time. How about a compromise?
It's all clear.
I won't ask you to let all of us in. Just let me. Byakuya is like, hey, I'm running the shots here. You do as I say. I will do everything. You don't really care, do you? You're both useless anyway.
Yep.
Nope, don't really care. I'd rather spend my time coming up with another splendid fantasy involving Master anyway. And you, Hero? Do you really object? If you're gonna go that far, what can I do? I mean, I don't have anything to hide, so why should I care?
It's all clear now.
Then it's decided.
What are you saying?
Nothing's decided.
Calm down.
That was a little suspicious of Hero to say specifically like that, too. I have nothing to hide, so why should I care? Alright, Hero. Hold on. I know how you feel, Hina, but you should agree to his request. But
Hey,
we have to find out who killed Sakura.
correct.
For those of us still alive, and to honor Sakura's memory. Fine, I guess that's okay. But no matter what, Byakuya, you absolutely aren't allowed to touch her. Naturally, who would want to touch a filthy dead body?
Listen.
That's enough fighting. We need to focus on the investigation from here on out. Everyone, keep this in mind. If we can't uncover Sakura's killer,
Listen to me.
all of us face execution. I will say, like, that would be the greatest turnaround if Hino was the one that killed her. If you do know who did it, please try not to say anything, though. I do want to see how this plays out without any kind of knowledge of what's going to happen. Finding out who killed Sakura. I want it to be either Toko, not Genocide Joe, Toko, or Hina. I think those would be the two most interesting, but I don't think it would be Hina. You're throwing guesses around. So have you not played this game? Finding out who killed Sakura. It's not a matter of hoping we can do it. If we want to survive, we have to do it. It's a kind of hopeless hope. We have no choice but to just do it. Alright, let's do it. Nothing to it but to do it. Alright. Cool music time. Better check the Monokuma file before anything else. The victim was Sakura Ogami. The time of death is estimated to be around 12 noon. The body was discovered in the rec room on the 3rd floor of the school. There's evidence of a strong blow to the victim's head. No other injuries were noted. Ah, you've gotten up to chapter 2. Chihiro dies, yeah, in chapter 2. However, it seems that at some point the victim suffered from violent vomiting of blood. Poison.
Hey,
I think the case this time might be a challenge. Why is that?
so...
The only way into the rec room is the door we just came through. And that door had been jammed shut with the chair from inside the rec room. Which means the killer would have had to escape somehow after barring the door. So if the door is blocked from the inside, and there was no way in or out till we broke the window, there's like zero escape, right? They said the thing. Zero escape.
In other words...
Isn't that another game? In other words, this is a classic locked room murder. Locked room murder? I guess you might see this kind of thing in a lot of mystery movies or books or whatever. But could it really happen in real life and right before our very eyes like this?
Hey,
Are you curious to hear more about what a locked room murder entails? Sure, if you don't mind. Zero time dilemma? Here, let me look this up. Zero escape game. Yeah, zero time dilemma, 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors, and zero escape, virtue's last reward. There's 3 different games. Zero Escape, formerly released in Japan as Kyokugen Dashutsu, is a series of adventure games directed and written by Kotaro Uchikoshi. Yeah, apparently it's the Zero Escape games. Cool. The more you know. I guess they're all from the same franchise.
that's fine.
When you break down this kind of murder mystery, there are 4 basic types. The first is when the locked room is created after the actual crime is committed. This simply means that the killer commits his crime, then through some special method seals the room. This mainly involves some sort of trick involving the locking of the room. Basic approaches include using a string or simple mechanism. There are a number of variations. So for that, all we'd have to do is check the door to see if see if that's what it was, right?
Correct.
The second type is when the locked room already exists before the crime is committed. Oh?
In other words,
Basically, the killer uses a special contraption or tool from outside to target the victim inside. You push a switch and it fires a handgun, you shoot an arrow through a gap in the door, something like that.
however,
But in this case, that doesn't seem to fit. There are no guns or arrows in the school. Actually, that's not true. Wait, that is not true. I can contradict you right now. Check it out. Check it out. Boom. We got an arrow right there. And the door doesn't have any gaps that would allow it. Fuck. She's right. No, I don't think they count. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, I think we can probably cross that one off the list.
it's true.
The third type is when the killer stays in the room until it's opened up. What do you mean by that?
In other words,
They stay hidden, and when the door is opened, they use the confusion to blend in with the group. Okay. They pretend they showed up along with everyone else, and that's that. Sounds like it could have been possible, maybe.
it's true.
And the fourth is when it wasn't actually a locked room at all. Not a locked room? If gifts counted, Makoto would be a walking armory. Yes.
In other words,
By that I mean there actually is an alternate escape route somewhere within the room. I see the blood stain to the right over there. You see this a lot in novels and things, but in reality it's generally not possible. Then you think we can cross that one off too?
indeed.
I believe so, yes. So when it comes to the locked room mysteries, those are the basics. So there's 4 possibilities. Then, Kyoko, which of the 4 choices seems most likely?
It's true.
The third one, probably. Third one seems most likely, so it's either the third or the fourth one, because specifically they pointed out the fourth one being like, that's interesting, but there's no way that could be possible. The first 2 were like, no, we can say that's not possible. We can check and then confirm that it's not true. The third one is like a maybe, and the fourth one was like a, no, there's no way that could be real, right? No. Right now, I can't really say. The way the killer set up the locked room. Until I figure that out, the truth behind her death will stay hidden. Definitely a tough mystery. I need to concentrate and investigate as much as I can. So first of all, the bloodstain. There's a hidden trap door under the carpet. Or behind the... Nope, it's under the carpet. There's a bloodstain in front of the magazine shelf. It must have come from Sakura, right? But that doesn't make sense. Why is it so far away from where she died? Because she was vomiting blood. Sakura drew her last breath sitting slumped forward in this chair. There's obviously evidence of the blow to the head Sakura suffered. Normally I wouldn't have any problem believing that that's what killed her, but according to the Monokuma file, she also vomited blood. Also, I can see a trace of blood on her lips for sure. So what would have caused her to vomit the blood? Monokuma file specifically said she hadn't suffered any other injuries. Maybe her getting hit in the head somehow caused her to start vomiting blood? Not a chance. Byakuya.
That's fine.
However, your eyes have landed on a most interesting location. Interesting?
Naturally.
Yes, most interesting. Don't you agree? No, I don't think I'd call it interesting. But it does make me wonder. The reason she vomited blood absolutely has to connect to why she died. And there it is, right there. This looks like some kind of wrapper.
Huh?
Ah, that's... Do you recognize it, Hina?
Well...
Yeah, I mean, I gave it to her. That's a candy wrapper. Sakura got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. You gave that candy to Sakura. Found a big box of it in the warehouse. I really like them. Actually, as soon as we could get into the warehouse, I took the entire box back to my room. I made sure nobody else could get their hands on them. You really like them that much?
I mean...
But I wanted Sakura to get a chance to try one for herself. That's why I gave it to her. But now they've lost all their flavor. Interesting. Very interesting that Hina not only was the first one to find the body, but also specifically pointed out in highlighted text, nobody else could get their hands on this. Yeah, she poisoned Sakura. Maybe she felt betrayed that Sakura was the spy all along. Is candy poisonable? Absolutely. You can lace anything in poison if you do it right. Makoto is like the only one who really cares about gifts, so he just buys everything and the rest throw their mono coins away. Yeah. There's shards of glass scattered all around the chair Sakura was sitting on. The glass is all red, and these are the top and bottom sections of a bottle, right? This must have originally been a bottle. There's a broken bottle on the floor. Before this was broken, it must have been a bottle. There's something else on the ground near the glass. It's a figure. It fits in the palm of my hand. It's a Monokuma figure. Figure on the floor has been added to the truth bullets. These ones up here, yeah. There's 4 red bottles lined up on the shelf. Inside each bottle, there's some kind of Monokuma figure. What I'm wondering is how'd they get those figures inside the bottles? Pawn, rook, bishop, and I don't know, was that queen, king? I don't know chess. How do I know that you can lace anything with poison if you do it right? So what I'm wondering is how did they get those figures in the bottle, right? Isn't that weird?
So...
It's no different from your standard ship in a bottle. Huh? You know, where the bottle's opening is smaller than the boat placed inside? You've never seen that? Oh yeah, maybe I have.
In other words...
So this is the Monokuma version of that. A Monokuma bottle, if you will. There's 2 missing. I feel like I'm finally starting to make sense of things little by little. The Monokuma bottle sitting on the shelf. The Monokuma figure we found on the ground. The red shards of glass, which probably started out as a bottle. The red shards of glass next to the top of the bottle and the bottom of the bottle, then when you put them together and unbreak them, become one, like a normal bottle before it broke from... Which would mean Sakura must have been hit in the head with a Monokuma bottle, right? The shards of glass on the Monokuma figure are evidence of that. So I think it's safe to say that the Monokuma bottle was the weapon. There's handprints in there. Ew. The locker's open, and on the inside, it's a handprint?
Why?
What's a handprint doing here? It looks like someone touched the inside of the locker, and it left a handprint in all the dust.
It's true.
And it looks quite fresh, too. I'd say someone was hiding here in the locker, and they left behind a little something extra. So then, maybe the killer hid in here until the locker room was open, don't you think? And during all the confusion, they popped out and joined the rest of the group.
Wrong.
No, that's not... Yeah, that's definitely not possible, because we were staring at her body. This is behind her body. We would have seen it. Yeah, we would have noticed, exactly.
Hey.
Think back. Before we opened the door, we looked inside the room, right? Oh, I mean, I guess that's another reason. The locker was already open at that point. I didn't notice that.
Indeed.
There's no way someone could have hidden in there until after we opened the door. Yeah, so then... What does this handprint mean? It means there was someone hiding in there before... So what happened was they were hiding in the locker. Maybe Sakura sat down and then boom, hit on the back of the head. And the reason that Sakura is smiling is because it was Hina and Sakura is like, I'm glad that Hina will hopefully be able to get out of here alive. Maybe. The same shelf full of magazines. There's all kind of different magazines here. Wow, fantastic. Okay, we can talk to them about their accounts. Oh, I didn't notice this over here. Huh, could that be poison? They just... I know it's the protein shake for sure, but like... There's some kind of plastic container rolling around near the entrance of the room. They just left it there.
So...
It looks like a protein drink, and it's empty. So the protein drink was the one that was poisoned. Sakura must have drank it. Everyone knows how much she loved her protein. And she mentioned more than once how protein was good for all sorts of ailments.
Wrong.
I wouldn't take that to heart if I were you. I know. But still, this protein can, it's got a label on it that says Chem A2. That reminds me, Sakura mentioned how the Chem Lab had all kinds of health stuff, so she must have gotten this from the Chem Lab.
Just a second.
But that's strange. Huh? What is it?
Hey,
You see what's scattered around the can? Yeah, the glass shards. Shards of light blue glass. They must be the parts of the window I broke to get inside.
correct.
But they aren't just scattered around the can. They're also underneath it. Could it have been on the chair? No, that doesn't make sense. Why does that matter?
So...
I can't say for sure yet, but you're probably going to want to take note of it. I feel like it'll become an important clue later on. Yeah, I don't quite see how, but I know that it will. Which means that the broken glass happened first, and then somehow this rolled on top of it. Excuse me, one sec.
What the heck?
Sorry, really had to clear my throat there. We already know who did it. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It had to be one of them. They couldn't stand the sight of her. You agree with me, don't you, Makoto? I don't want to say anything for sure without finding out more. Then let me help you find out more. You see, Sakura also asked all three of them to meet with her. You know where? Right here in the rec room. What? After I went to the nurse's office this morning, Sakura and I both left together, right? Well, eventually she went off on her own. But when I saw her again after that, she told me. She said she'd left a note for each of them. She asked them to meet her in the rec room by noon. By noon. The Monokuma file said she died right around then. I'm telling you the truth. I heard it right from Sakura herself. And I tried to stop her, but she wouldn't listen. She said not to worry, that she just wanted to talk to them. And this is what happened. If I'd stopped her by force even, this never would have happened. Maybe you did stop her by force. It's impossible not to have regrets, I know. But the fact that she asked those three to meet with her, and she asked them to come to the rec room at noon, the same time and place she ended up dying. It might be good to confirm what I just heard with the three of them directly.
However...
But for Sakura to have been killed, she's not the type who would go down without a fight.
It's true.
And she certainly didn't, I would say. She was the ultimate martial artist, strong in body, mind, and spirit. So how was the killer able to get the upper hand on her? I wonder, did someone get the upper hand? They must have taken her by surprise, right?
Certainly.
Certainly, they would have needed to... Sorry, they would have needed to if they expected to stand any chance against her.
What?
What do you want? You're bothering me. There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Make it quick. Is it true that Sakura asked you to meet her in the rec room? So you found out. Interesting. Then it's true? I did receive a note to that effect, yes. But what fool would do what it said and risk being killed by that monster? So you didn't go see her? Of course not. I ripped the note to shreds and threw it away. I haven't seen Sakura today at all. Byakuya says he didn't go see her. Is that the truth? Well, until I can prove otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact.
Come on.
If you're all finished, please remove yourself from my sight. Okay, thanks. Oh, I'd always trust what Byakuya says, which could be my undoing, honestly. I think that's everything for this room. This door is the only way in or out of the rec room. The door doesn't have a lock, and there's no evidence that the mountings have been tampered with. The only notable change to the door is the smashed window, which happened, of course, when I broke it to get inside. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the door. In other words, I don't see anything suspicious about the door itself. Okay, yeah. I'm trying to leave. Wait, did I miss something? The chair! Right. The chair was shoved up against the doorknob, so we couldn't get the door open. There's no evidence that any kind of string or mechanism was used on the chair. In other words, there's no reason to think the chair had anything special done to it. Having examined both the door and the chair, there's no doubt the reason the door didn't open was simply because the chair was shoved up against it. This kept the doorknob from turning and the door from opening, and there was no evidence of the door or chair being tampered with or anything like that. So the killer must have created the locked door from the inside, not from the outside. Is it possible that Sakura locked herself in after she realized that she was poisoned and was gonna die? Well, Makoto, have you finished with your general investigation? Yeah, I think so, for the most part.
So then,
Then you should probably go talk with people now. I'm on guard duty, so I can't leave.
listen to me.
Which is why I've decided you'll go in my place. Everyone's deciding for me. But why, though? I don't know. Maybe... I mean, if it was Hina, maybe... Sakura thought that she could get away with it if she locked herself in and made it really confusing and weird? I don't know. Like, if I'm gonna die anyway, I might as well make sure Hina gets out of here alive. I'd gladly be boss run by Byakuya. Honestly, maybe. She's gotten a lot more pushy since we had our issue. But she's right, I do have to go talk to the others. Sakura wanted to meet with 2 other people. I need to hear what they have to say. I mean, I feel the same way about Kyoko as well. The other 2 probably went back to their rooms. Okay, so we're looking for Toko and Hiro. Okay. Oops. Eh! I press the doorbell, and after a few seconds... Huh?
Who's there?
Ah, the most negative aura I've ever felt. An aura of total decay.
Oh, what do you want?
So you're back to normal. Genocide Jack isn't around anymore.
Don't even say her name. It makes me sick to my stomach. I was in such a good mood, too.
She didn't look like she was in a good mood.
Hey, I was hoping to talk to you about something. Is now a bad time?
Probably. Obviously annoyed, Toko slithered out into the hall.
What do you want?
You said you wanted to talk to me about something? I wanted to talk about the fact that Sakura had asked to meet with you. Why is Makoto's POV so low? He's short, yeah. Well, I don't know what you're talking about. Byakuya already told me she had asked to meet with him. What? Oh wait, that was Makoto. What? She wanted to meet with Master 2? I said 2, didn't I? I guess now it's totally obvious, huh? Yeah, pretty much. So, can you tell me about it? I admit, I did get the note. But I didn't go see her. I was scared, so I couldn't bring myself to go. Toko claims she didn't go see her, but can I really believe her? Well, until I can prove her otherwise, I have no choice but to accept it as fact. Is that good enough? Then I'm going back to my room. With that, Toko quickly retreated into her room. Yasuhiro! I press the doorbell, and after a few seconds... You know? How funny would that be if we also got, like, him peeking out the door like Toko, like... What do you want, man? Like, for serious? What's up, Makoto? Did you need something? Yeah, actually, I just wanted to check something. It's about how Sakura wanted to meet with you. What? How'd you know about that?
Could it be?
Did you maybe gaze into my soul? Have your special abilities awakened in you? But I'm not the only one she wanted to meet with. Ogre told me herself that she asked Byakuya and Toko to come too. What? When did Sakura tell you that?
What?
Oh, well... When she asked me to meet with her, of course. But didn't she write you a note? Yeah, a note.
How about that?
She gave it to me in person, and she happened to mention the others, like, in passing. I gotta be honest, this is super suspicious. So then you went and met with Sakura?
You got it all wrong.
No way, I totally didn't. Why would I ever do that? Yeah, definitely suspicious.
Actually,
The last time I saw Ogre was when Hina got hurt and I took her to the nurse's office.
don't look at me.
I haven't seen her since then. While I'm here, could you show me the note she gave you? Do I still have it? Let's see. Hiro was feeling around in his pockets.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, looks like you don't have it anymore. With a big goofy smile on his face, he pulled his hands back out of his pockets. But when he did, I saw something flutter to the ground. Something had fallen out of Hiro's pocket. Huh? Oh!
What?
Quick as the wind, Hiro snatched it back up again and shoved it back into his pocket.
Hey, come on.
Sorry, just a bit of trash I forgot to throw out. Trash?
What?
Anyway, I can't deny that Ogre asked to meet with me, but I never went. So, well, if you'll excuse me... Before waiting for a reply, Hiro quickly slipped back into his room. Hiro said that was just trash, but there's no way that's all there was to it. Pocket trash! I've heard from Toko and Hiro. What next? I'll definitely have to look at the actual crime scene again, but on top of that, maybe you should find out more about the protein can we found on the floor of the rec room. I'm sure it must have come from the chem lab. We'll go to the chem lab. Also, please excuse me. Be right back for un momento. Very quickly. Okay, sorry about that. I just needed to check on something super quick. We're back. Well, I meant it when I said very quickly. Okay, so chem lab. Let's go to the chem lab. Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away. Third floor, chem lab is right there. No, third floor. Chem lab is. Oh wait, I can turn with Q and E. Oh, that's weird. Chem lab was on this floor for sure. No, wait, we can go to the 4th floor now. Duh, I'm stupid. I forgot we unlocked the 4th floor. You know, it's really scary how quick this case is going.
What?
There's poison spilled on the floor. Is this going to be a very quick chapter? Yeah, they unlock more floors after each class trial. Makoto, did you have your eye in the chem lab too? Just make sure you don't get in my way. Yeah, I got it. I think what you meant to say was, yes, sir, I understand. Okay, start with the obvious thing here. This isn't my first time seeing the shelf, but I just can't get over how big it is. I should probably take a closer look at it. It looks like 3 shelves have been connected together to make one giant shelf. But more important right now, what's that powder that's been spilled in front of the shelf? Is that powder? I have to be careful not to step in it. With the blatantly obvious skull and crossbones on it. There's a broken bottle in front of the shelf. Is this where all the powder came from? Looks like the bottle had a label on it. Chem C4. Would you like to hear something interesting? I was on the 4th floor this morning, checking things out, and at that point, this room wasn't like this. Then this powder must have been spilled.
So, in other words...
That's right. It could only have been around the time of the incident. If that really is when it happened, it must be related to the case somehow. No shit. Sorry, I am coughing so much today. These are footprints, and they're only in front of the left shelf. How do these footprints relate to the scene as a whole? We may need to sketch out the floor plan. By we, do you mean me? How kind of you to offer. With an unsufferable smirk, he handed me a piece of paper and a pen. He's like, here, draw out a floor plan for me.
What?
Sorry, something going on. I feel like I might be poisoned or something. No, honestly, I think I'm just dehydrated as hell. So I got to work, and before long, I'd drawn up a sketch of the room. So, how's this? Not bad. For you, I mean. Did I have a nice hydrate? It's been alright. For me?
See.
So when you look at it like this, interesting. It would appear that whoever left those footprints only had business at the leftmost shelf. They came in, went straight to that shelf, did whatever they had to do, and then left. So that's what the footprints tell me.
I see.
These footprints must be...
It's certainly possible.
Makoto, are they yours? No.
What?
Okay, then let me see your shoes, and I'll confirm their size for myself. I couldn't think of a reason not to, so I quietly did what Byakuya said. I see. Your feet do appear to be too big. Unfortunately, I must admit these are not your footprints. Unfortunately? But with how clear these prints are, it should be quite easy to determine who they do belong to. Then these prints are a really valuable clue. Interesting. Looks like this, and when you look at the pattern, yep. So what's the leftmost shelf? There's all kinds of dietary supplements and different medicines. The protein drink we found in the rec room probably came from this shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter A and a number. So I can consider this part of the shelving section A. But wait! There's one bottle here with the label Chem C9. Could someone have put it here on accident? They put it in the wrong spot. On this shelf is... One look and I can tell it's nothing but dangerous chemicals. These look like poisons and powerful chemicals. All the containers are labeled with the letter C and a number. So I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section C. And B is a bunch of chemicals that I have no idea what they are. They're reagents. Put simply, they're used in experiments to bring about a chemical reaction. How have you lived in such ignorance for so long? It must truly be bliss. Isn't that kind of harsh?
What?
What, you think studying science and mathematics has no practical application in the real world?
That's fine.
The words of a lifelong loser, which I suppose suits you well. I didn't even say that. Anyway, that doesn't matter. Right now I need to focus on the shelf. All the containers on the shelf are labeled with the letter B and a number, so I guess I can consider this part of the shelving unit section B. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here, in which case I don't think I have to worry too much about this shelf. I should try to find out more about this shelving unit. It looks like it's split into 3 sections. A as dietary supplements, B as reagents, and C as lethal chemicals. Oops, sorry. So... the poison was dropped around the scene of the crime. Not the scene, sorry, the poison was dropped on the floor around the time of the crime. And then the footprints to the dietary section came after that. And we found a container of dietary, like the protein shake on the floor in the, at the scene of the crime, on top of the glass, after Sakura was already confirmed dead. Why? Sakura must have gotten the protein. No, that's not possible. What concerns me in Section A, there was a bottle with a label from Section C. Yeah, there is a poison there. What was a bottle of poison from Section C doing in Section A? There's definitely something going on there. They got swapped out? I'm not quite sure, like, how that's gonna factor in... What else can I check in this area? Oh, the powder itself. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. I'd better not leave a footprint. I should probably take a good hard look at the powder. There's a bunch of yellow powder scattered on the floor. There's also remains of a broken bottle. The bottle was labeled Chem C. It looks like someone left footprints in the powder. Based on the positioning, they were on the left side of the shelf. According to Byakuya, the powder would have been filled right around the time of the incident. That's all I can tell for now. Yeah, so It happened around the time of the murder. There was a swap for the protein. So they had the poison. They broke something. They knocked something out of the shelf while they were grabbing the poison. Sakura drank it at some point. And then when they went back to... And they swapped it with the protein thing and went back and dropped the protein bottle in the room. What? What happened to the shoes? Wouldn't that person leave traces on the floor anywhere else? Like, of the powder itself, you mean? I'm taking a good look at the chem room. Maybe I should go look to the rec room again. I'm very confused by this case now. Not really sure how any of this really connects in a coherent manner. Very weird. My god, yeah, Makoto's tiny.
Hey,
So Makoto, how's your investigation going? I told Kyoko and what Toko and Hiro had told me.
I see.
So along with Byakuya, they're both claiming they didn't go see her. But it's all too convenient. Someone must be lying.
Anyway,
Well, I've made some progress of my own. Sakura's body, the shelf of magazines, and the Monokuma bottles. These three things have revealed new clues. You'd be well to look them over one more time. Something new. There's one missing.
hey,
There's a hidden correlation between all the bottles. Pay careful attention and you're sure to find it. Yeah, they're all chess pieces. Hey, Kyoko, can you just... Are you stupid?
so
Each person needs to come to their own conclusion so that everyone can have confidence in the outcome. And it's not just because you don't trust me, right? No answer? I do trust you to a degree. Otherwise, I wouldn't have told you anything to begin with.
hey,
There's one other thing about the Monokuma bottles that's bothering me. I'd like to do an experiment to confirm it. You don't mind helping me, right?
anyway.
Can you gather up all the pieces of the broken bottle? Try to get the smaller pieces, too.
That doesn't matter.
I've already done a thorough investigation. It's fine. That obnoxious Byakuya is not here.
So then,
I need to get something from the chem lab. While I'm gone, try to gather up all the glass. We're gonna glue it back together? You think it's at least two? No, there's two very clear spots right in the middle. One of them is on the floor. Broken. The other's missing. Wait a second. Is it one of the clues? I was wondering if that was actually one of the Monokuma bottles. The item C9. I don't know. What choice do I have? I'd better just do it. I took the broom and dustpan and got to work collecting all the broken bottle pieces. And just as I finished up... Sorry to keep you waiting.
then.
Is everything ready? Then let's get to work. So what kind of experiment are we doing here?
in other words,
I got a scale from the chem lab. We're going to use it to compare weights. Compare the weights of what? The pieces of glass you collected in one of the Monokuma bottles that's still intact. Why do you want to do that? That's the point of the experiment. It'll make sense when we're done.
listen.
Let's compare the weight of the two of the normal Monokuma bottles. It's
In
balanced,
other words,
which means each Monokuma bottle weighs about the same. Which makes sense. The Monokuma figures inside are basically the same, and nothing else could really affect the weight.
so then,
Now here comes the important part. Put all the pieces you picked up on one side of the scale. Now what might we expect to see? A normal assumption would be either they'll balance out or the pieces I collected will be lighter. I did my best to get them all, but there's a chance I could have missed some here and there.
so then,
Let's give it a try. It's a lot heavier. The broken pieces are heavier? Yeah, honestly, same. I want to try to piece it together. How is that possible?
I knew it.
Just as I thought.
In other words,
The result of our experiment and the correlation between each of the bottles. Put it all together,
Hey,
and I believe you will arrive at one very persuasive conclusion. So, what do you think? It's all on you. Very oddly, specifically interesting. Magazine shelf is hiding a clue of some kind. This magazine is upside down. Miss Muscle appears. Cosplay King. You're going to the math. What? Did someone put it back that way on accident?
hey,
If something catches your eye, it's important for you to explore that in detail, don't you think? I picked up the inverted magazine and flipped through it. It says Toko. I mean, that could be... I mean, that's quite obviously feels like it's set up. Oh, welcome in, Kate. No worries. On one of the pages near the center of the magazine, a word had been written in bold, bloody letters. Shards of multiple bottles. That's a solid point, said Toko. Could this be a dying message?
correct.
It would appear you found it. Kyoko, is this?
So,
It is indeed a dying message. Someone used their finger to write it.
however,
But just to be clear, I'm not the one who put it back upside down. It was already like that when I found it a little while ago. I made sure to put it back exactly as I found it, for the benefit of others who might come looking. Hey, is that says Toko, right? Yeah, looks like it.
What the heck?
Then she's the killer, right? Well, it hasn't been confirmed yet. I don't know why I'm coughing so much tonight.
I won't forgive you.
It's settled. She's the killer for sure. That's conclusive evidence, right? We can use it to corner the killer. I can see why you would think that, but... it just seems too easy. If anything, it makes me that much more suspicious. What else did she say?
in other words. Hey,
They were heavier, yep. Models have something in common. Yeah, I think you're right. I think there was 2 bottles used. What else do we check? I think I'm done in the chem lab. Was that it? I mean, obviously that's not it. Maybe if I talk to Hina again.
I won't forgive you.
Togo's the killer, I'm sure of it. The magazine proves it. We've got the killer cornered. I could probably look at this again. I gave that to Sakura. She got super upset when she found out Genocide Jack had attacked me, right? So after we left the nurse's office, I gave it to her. I thought it might help her calm down a little. There's shards of glass. Is that it? Is there more to the blood? Maybe her body? Enjoy the lurk, Rocky. Thanks so much for chilling with us. Oh, there's still something to be discovered on her body.
just a second.
Just staring off into space isn't going to help you figure anything out. Well, I know, but
Hey,
don't you think you might need to actually examine the body? There's no getting around it. Unlike me, Kyoko didn't recoil at the thought of touching a dead body. She was completely unemotional. It's the kind of thing I've grown perversely used to. Although there are still some times... I can't believe how calm you are. No matter how many times I see a dead body, I can't get used to it.
it's true.
That's totally normal. Then how can you...
So,
I imagine it's because I've had plenty of opportunities to touch dead bodies in the past. What? Sorry, never mind.
hey,
More importantly, look here. The powder. Her shoes? You see that yellow powder on her instep? Yeah, it really stands out.
I see.
That powder is clue number 1. Yeah, that's the powder from the chem lab.
Hey,
Next is the wound to her head. Look carefully.
it's true.
Actually, even telling you that, it's incredibly difficult to spot. So let me just explain. We part her hair and there's a Monokuma figure sticking out of it.
It would seem...
It would appear she didn't suffer a single blow. 2 blows to the head. Rocky's onto something here.
Indeed.
Interesting, wouldn't you say? And there's one more interesting thing.
Correct.
Both of her hands were spotless. There's absolutely no trace of blood on either one.
It's true.
So that's what I learned from examining her body in detail. Can't believe she was able to learn all that just by looking at her body. I don't think anyone but Kyoko could have pulled that off. Alright, class trial time, baby! Which means I don't have to talk as much, because they're going to be doing the talking. She peed. I'm sure that's what it is, Kate. I think you're onto something there.
Whoops, you caught me sleeping. Your investigation was just so boring I couldn't stay awake.
Fair?
Should I do it? Is it okay? Can I? Okay, then let's begin the class trial. You know where to meet, right?
I know where to go.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
I'm already there.
See you soon.
It's already time, but the mystery of the locked room is still only half solved. At this point, whatever happens will have to happen at the class trial. Welcome home from food shopping, Ryan. How'd it go? No, not whatever happens. I have to make something happen. Alright, here we go. Chapter 4 is already almost over. Jesus Christ. This is it. Man, we're almost out of people. Monokuma made his announcement and everyone began to meet up one after another. And then... the ultimate martial artist. A locked room murder mystery. Wink.
What?
What the? Oh, I've just recently discovered the power of emoticons. Like, no matter how awful something is, if you toss in a smiley face, it turns positive.
Yes, indeed.
For example, you're at a picnic and your friend find a dead... Sorry, and you find a dead body. XD. This is just plain creepy.
Well?
And how about the reverse? No matter how great something is, if you put in a sad face, it makes it look super negative.
Yes, indeed.
For example, do you have 100 friends? He's right. That does make it seem sad.
I can't wait.
Now then, please get on the elevator. I'll see you all down there. What the hell was that? I don't get it.
Just the worst.
I don't get you guys. How can you act so casual after murdering someone?
Don't look at me.
I don't think I'm acting casual.
Don't be mean.
I mean, I didn't murder anyone. Yeah, I'm completely innocent. How dare you call me a murderer? Yeah, it was Hina. Whatever. Either way, the truth will be revealed soon enough. Because there can be no doubt, one of us is the culprit. The killer, the one that murdered Sakura, was Hina. She was stronger than anyone I know, and yet someone killed her. And that person is here? That person is one of us?
Don't look at me.
I said it before and I'll say it again. It wasn't me. The culprit is one of us. Make no mistake about that. Because I didn't do it. How many times do I have to tell you? How can you just stand there blah, blah, blah? Yeah.
Hey,
Standing around here isn't going to do any good. Let's get going. Come on, it's time to put an end to this. I made my way toward the elevator, but with each step I took, I felt like I was moving further and further away from my goal. I could feel a chilling fear running through me, trying to make me rot from the inside out. No matter how many times I go through this, it never gets any easier. We climbed into our steel prison in total silence. We watched the doors close, and felt it begin its sinister descent. Here we go. The elevator lowered, uttering its all too familiar clunking sounds. It fell lower and lower, and as suddenly as always, the ride was over. The doors opened once again. Hieroglyphics. That's an interesting look. Just the 6 of you, huh? Really? That's so few. You must be so lonely. You say that like it's not your fault we're all that's left. I wonder, will the class trial end with one less classmate again? Or will your school life come to an end completely?
Now then.
Are we ready to begin? You know the drill. Find your assigned seats. And so the curtain opened for the 4th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Oh boy, it is time for our class trial already. Okay, we got 6 points. Increase the influence gauge by 5. Effective during the class trial. Increases the time limit for each phase. That could be useful. Increases bullet capacity. Yeah, fuck it. We'll do Lost in Thought. And then I don't have enough for the other one. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do it. I'm just jumping right into it this time. Normally I look through all the truth bullets first.
With a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who...
Yeah, we know.
We already know who did it.
Here we go.
Whoa! Deja vu.
The one who killed Sakura is one of the people that hated her. Byakuya, Toko, or Hiro. It was one of you.
It was Hina.
I had nothing to do with it.
It was Hina.
Yeah, I'd never kill someone. No way.
Hiro is extremely suspicious.
I don't want to hear your stupid
But I think it was
excuses.
Hina. He just seems really sure that one of those 3 is the killer, but she must have some reason for believing that. I mean, if she is right and she's just emotional over Sakura's death, I always account. Which one was that? Sakura wrote notes to the 3 of them. She slid the notes underneath each person's room door.
It was one of you. One of you killed Sakura.
And what reason do you have for saying so?
Because you all had a motive. You hated her.
Is that it? That doesn't make any sense.
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
That's low. That's about as
It's the
low
only
as
reason you have. Get!
It was one of you killed.
And what reason did...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That's the only reason you have for accusing us?
No! You fuck.
Low. That's about as low as you can. It was one of you killed.
And what reason did...
Because you hated her.
Is that it?
That doesn't make it...
That's the only reason you have for...
No, I did it again! Okay, that one actually hit.
No, that's wrong.
Jesus.
Another reason you suspect them is because Sakura wanted to meet with them, right?
Right?
Yeah, and that was right before she died.
How many truth bullets do we actually have here? There's 21 bullets. That's more than I thought there were.
So there's no doubt about it. One of those 3 killed her.
I can't disagree with Hina. There's good reason to suspect all 3 of them. Now, does that mean one of them did it? Immediately into another one. Okay. The pocket trash, yep.
The fact that Sakura wanted to meet with all 3 of them, there's no way that's not suspicious. One of you is absolutely guilty.
I don't deny that she wanted to meet with us, but I never went to see her.
I didn't either.
Yeah, same here. I never saw...
No, that's wrong.
Take that, pocket trash! That's Hero's new nickname, Pocket Trash.
Hiro, When we were talking before, you dropped a small
Best
piece
song
of
in the game.
paper,
Here we
remember?
go.
It was white with red polka dots.
What's that got to do with anything?
Red polka dots?
Oh, Hina's piecing
Gotta
it
be
together.
The wrapper from the candy I gave Sakura.
But there's also one on the scene of the
No,
crime.
It's
Yeah, what is
Ever
it?
Since we got into the warehouse, I totally monopolized that entire box of candy. So there's no way a single one of them was left in the warehouse.
Maybe Sakura had two and Hiro was like, huh, I did the murder. Oh, look, she's got candy on her. I'll take one.
In that case, Hiro, where did you get
Imagine.
that piece of candy?
Imagine if that's what it is.
Sakura! It's the only explanation.
well, I mean, yeah, sure I got it from her, but she gave it to me forever ago. It doesn't have anything to do with what happened to her.
When? When did she give it to you?
The last time you saw Sakura was when Hina had to go to the nurse's office, right?
Yeah, so I must have got it sometime before then.
Yeah, must have. What Hiro said can't be right, because Sakura could have only gotten the candy after the incident in the nurse's office. And the reason I know that is Sakura loved candy too much to share.
I got it! I'm not sure about that, Hiro. Hina didn't actually give Sakura the candy till after she left the nurse's office. So if that was the last time you saw her, there's no reason you should have had that candy.
I feel like Hiro's somehow innocent, but it's really, really suspicious.
I mean, what I meant was,
I mean, he is...
oh, that's right. I did meet up with her in the rec room. You got a problem with that?
He is really stupid, so if he is the one that killed her...
Why the sudden hostility?
But we just talked. That's all. I didn't do anything. You gotta believe me.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
It's very possible he did meet with her, and he didn't want to take the blame.
You're acting incredibly suspicious.
You are hostile.
It's not just normal hostility. You're the real culprit. I even have proof.
Oh, yeah?
Proof? What are you
What do you
talking
got
about?
for me, Hiro?
I'm talking about her shining message.
Oh, yeah.
At the scene of the crime, she had written out Toko in her own blood, right?
But her hands are clean.
It was her dying message. Just like what you guys were talking about with Sayaka.
That's true. I saw it for myself.
Oh my god, you're right!
See? Toko did it!
What are you saying? No way! I didn't do it!
You just don't know when you're beat, do ya?
Hiro, hold on.
Is it actually just fucking Hiro, and it's the
See that
obvious
dying
one?
Message of hers.
Huh? Well, when we found Ogre's body. Duh.
Oh my god.
But if you recall, Hina was very adamant about keeping you away from the scene of the crime.
Oh my god, is it actually just Hiro?
So it's hard to believe
And
that's
he's
when
just
you
stupid?
actually saw the message for yourself.
Hold on. But when Kyoko found the magazine with a dying message, it was on the magazine shelf.
I got it! Kyoko, you found the magazine on the magazine shelf, right?
That's right. Looking through the shelf, I found the magazine with the dying message on it. I found it right there at the scene of the crime, after we'd started the
Oh! He could have seen it and then put it back on the shelf for some reason? What?
If that's true, then what Hiro just said doesn't
Yeah,
really
no,
make sense,
that doesn't.
does
No,
it?
that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense? Everything I said makes perfect sense.
Definitely something strange about it. Kyoko found the dying message during the investigation, in which case, that clearly contradicts what Hiro told us. Okay, if he is innocent, I'm really curious to see why he's acting so
I can tell you
suspicious.
exactly when I found the dying message. When Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you when I found the dying message. It was only after the investigation had begun. I found the magazine tucked away on the magazine shelf. When I pulled it out, I saw her final words.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
Okay, let me see exactly what I want to do here.
I can tell you exactly when I found the dying message when Ogre's body was discovered.
And I can tell you what
It was only after the investigation I found the magazine tucked away
Like
on
this.
the magazine shelf.
when I pulled it out.
What's your problem? What I said makes total sense.
I pulled out.
I can tell you exactly what I found when Ogre's body was discovered.
I think that's the one.
When Sakura's body was found, that magazine was sitting on the shelf nearby. That's where Kyoko found it, after we'd begun the investigation. And you weren't at the murder scene, so there's no way you could have seen it then.
Yeah, get fucked. Oh, the music cut really short
Tell
there.
us the truth, Hero. When did you see the message?
When I wrote it, duh.
Hold on. You're focusing on the wrong part. Why does it matter when I saw it? All you gotta do is read the Vienna sausage Ogre left us, and we know who the killer is. Toko!
Oh my god, is it actually just him?
I don't even know where to begin with that one.
He's just trying to confuse us.
Actually, can we even be sure Sakura wrote that
You know, her
message in the
fingers
first
were
place?
clean.
Yeah? I think we can all agree Ogre wrote that message. 100%, without a doubt, she wrote it. And this is me talking, so you know it's true.
Without a doubt? I absolutely do doubt it. There's no way she wrote that message.
Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. The end is nigh. Show me the proof. I'm at least 30% right. The occult is bullcrap. Give it a rest.
Get fucked!
Show me the proof.
Get out of here. Has Hero ever lied or been wrong before? Yeah. Wait, it came out 12 years ago? What did it release on
I'm
originally?
convinced that Sakura wrote that dying message.
Was it on PSP or something?
Because if you
This feels like
look
a
at it,
PSP game.
the message was almost certainly
PS
written
Vita.
using
Oh, okay.
a finger. But both of her hands were completely free of blood.
What?
Then, who did write it?
Hero could very well have written it himself. That would explain how he knew about the message in the first place.
Is it? No.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened.
That doesn't mean he killed her, though.
Ah! He admits it!
I figured as much.
But why would you write something like that?
This is like Byakuya tampering with Chihiro's body.
Because I killed her!
You're admitting to killing her?
Please, just let me explain what happened. I got Ogre's note, and so I headed to
Oh!
the rec room right before noon,
Wait.
just like it said.
Wait. He's the one that hit her in the head. But he's not the one that poisoned her. So he's not the one that killed her. That's what it is.
You just did exactly as the note asked.
I feel smart. So he didn't kill her. He thinks that he killed her.
And when I got there,
Sorry, but do you mind waiting? I asked a couple other people to meet as well. Okay. Would you like a piece of candy? It might help give you some energy. Oh, sure. Thanks.
that's all she said. After that, we just stood around in awkward silence. Suddenly, I heard her mutter something.
This is it. I'm going to end it today. I'm going to end everything.
As soon as I heard that, I just knew. I knew she was gonna try and kill me. She was gonna kill me and make her escape.
No, she was gonna end their doubt. Oh my god, Hero, you're so
Of course
stupid.
I freaked out, and then I saw my only chance. I grabbed the Monokuma bottle from the shelf and smashed it across her head.
That didn't kill her, though.
I hit her from behind. before she had any idea what was happening.
Maybe she already died by that point.
Then she just went limp. I didn't see her move again after that. Once it was over, I pulled myself together. I realized if I didn't do something, I'd be caught and executed.
But there was also 2 hits to the back of the
I
head.
wrote Toko's name in blood across a magazine on the table, and I ran away.
I can't believe you! You're the worst! I hope you die!
Well, I'm going to because blah, blah, blah.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's what happened. Go ahead. Roast me, boil me, do whatever you want.
You're not gonna get off that easy. It's death. Death for the one that killed Sakura. We're ready to vote now, right? We know who did it.
It's here. It's Hina. It's Hina.
Oh, I think there's more to Hiro's story.
What are you talking about? What else could there be?
There's one thing that Hiro's story just now doesn't explain. And until we figure that part out, we can't consider the case closed.
What do you have to do after writing the message? No, it wouldn't be that.
Shoot!
I don't think it's the Sakura's finger one. So what's the other one? Why the magazine was hidden. Actually, yeah, that's a good point.
I got it! That's true. Everything you just said. It doesn't explain why the magazine was hidden.
Yeah, because he'd want it to be obvious.
By the time the body was discovered, the magazine had been picked up and put on the shelf. Why would you take the time to write that message, then stick it somewhere we might not find it?
Oh. Well, I didn't hide it. I'm sure I just left it sitting there on the table.
Really?
So someone else hid it.
He's lying! He's gotta be lying!
I don't see any reason he would lie now, after already confessing to the crime.
Then he's not lying?
No.
Assuming he's telling the truth, someone else must have put the magazine back on the shelf.
Don't tell me Toko came, she hid the magazine, and then hit Sakura with a second bottle.
In other words, at least
Imagine.
one person was in the rec room both before and after the incident.
I don't think there's any question about that.
But then, who was it?
If they went to the trouble of hiding the magazine, they must not have liked what was written on it.
Someone who, it's Toko.
I got it! It had to be Toko, right? Who else would want to hide the magazine other than the person whose name was written on it?
Is he right, Toko? Did you really go to the rec room?
Why would I?
This chapter is a fucking shit show.
Wait, but more important, that doesn't even matter. We already know who did it, right? Hiro just admitted it.
That's right. I killed him.
Oh my god, Hiro, shut up.
No, you didn't.
Who asked you?
I don't doubt Hiro attacked Sakura with the bottle. But that's not where this case ends.
What do you mean?
What he means is that Hiro isn't the killer.
You can't be serious. That's just... I don't believe it.
Hiro, tell us what happened one more time.
Let's hear it.
If we go through it once more, it should become clear he's not Sakura's killer.
So, what do you want me to do?
Just tell us what happened one more time when you attacked Sakura.
I don't really see why, but okay.
Okay, we're gonna have the contradiction here. We haven't reached the end of the case yet. Hiro isn't the real killer, and I have to prove that. After this segment, I'm gonna use the restroom real quick. Oh god. Examination summary, status of her body, and yellow powder. I need to immediately go look at that. So the status of the body... Actually, you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna use the bathroom right now. I really gotta go. But enjoy the music. Alright, your boy is back. Alright, so where were we? We were looking at the things that we got on the thingy. So it was status of her body was one of them. Seated in a chair, slumping forward, traces of blood around her mouth from when she vomited blood. No injury or indication of why she would have vomited blood. So status of body is the vomiting blood one. There was examination summary. 2 blows to the head. And then what was the other one?
I didn't want to, but
Yellow powder was the other one. The yellow powder on her foot. Okay.
I grabbed a Monokuma bottle from the shelf nearby. And I hit Ogre from behind before she could do anything.
Okay.
You hit her from behind. And you only hit her once. Is that right?
Wait.
Yeah, just once. After the first swing, the
Which
bottle
one
shattered,
was about...
and
It was the examination summary.
See? Isn't it obvious? Hero really is the killer.
I love how much fun you guys are talking about the voice actors and stuff.
I didn't want to, but
I love the
grabbed
conversation.
I hit Ogre from behind before she could.
You hit her from, and you only hit her.
Yeah, just once. After the first swing,
Ah,
the
you
bottle
fuck.
shattered, and
See? Hero really is the killer.
I didn't want to, but I grabbed him on a Monokuma and I hit Ogre from behind.
You hit her from, and you only hit her once.
yeah, just once.
No.
Not possible.
If Sakura died from Hero's single blow, that doesn't explain why she had 2
Did
head
Toko
wounds.
come in and also hit her?
2?
That's right. She had 2 separate wounds on her head.
And remember, this girl examines dead bodies as a hobby. Personally, I'm inclined to believe her.
But
I love
only
that.
hit her once. How could she have 2 wounds?
2 wounds means she was struck twice. What's more, both attacks must have come
Yup.
from a Monokuma
It's all coming
bottle.
together.
Hold on. How can you know that just from some cuts on her head? She was attacked twice with 2 Monokuma bottles?
It's not just because of her head wounds. It's also because of the Monokuma bottles themselves.
There was 2 missing from the shelf. And the weight
There's
of the
something
glass
very
on the ground.
suspicious about those bottles. Once you understand that point, you'll understand why 2 separate Monokuma bottles must
Yeah,
have
it
been
all
used.
pieces together. Where did the second figure go is my question.
After the incident, there were 4 Monokuma bottles left on the shelf, right? And we found pieces of a bottle on the ground, along with the chess piece it had inside.
That was the bottle Hero hit Sakura with, right?
Right.
For now, just note that there were 4 intact bottles and 1 broken bottle. But originally, there were 6 bottles in total, meaning 1 has gone missing.
But how can you know for sure there were 6
Was I right
bottles?
about the one being disguised in
That's
the
easy.
chem lab?
If you look at what the bottles all had in common, it should become clear.
I mean, you can tell just from the spacing, but if you don't look at that, they're missing the knight and the king or queen, whatever the one that's not there. I'm really bad with chess. The connection must be... It's the object that Monokuma figure was holding. Oh, man. Chess. Chess piece. Here we go. We're looking for a C. E. S. P. E. Let's fucking go. I'm amazing.
Now I understand.
Let's fucking go. I'm a brilliant mastermind.
That's it. The chess pieces. Inside each bottle, there was a Monokuma figure
Hangman's
holding
Gambit
different
is
chess
really
pieces.
stupid.
King,
It's just
rook,
so
bishop,
stupid.
pawn. I definitely remember seeing each of those.
It seems so
And the
unnecessary.
piece that was inside the broken bottle we found was the knight, if I remember.
So, what's that matter?
I guess you don't know too much about chess, do you? Then let me
I
explain.
guess you're a little uncultured when it comes to, you know, the classics.
In chess, there are 6 different pieces. The king, the queen, the rook, knight, bishop, and pawn. What was left intact at the crime scene were the king, rook,
So we're missing the
bishop,
queen.
and pawn. Just those 4.
Well, I mean, Kyoko's right here after all, so I guess we're not missing the queen after all.
And on the ground was the knight.
Oh, so the queen is missing.
Nope, Hina, she's right here in this room with
So
us.
we only have evidence for 5 bottles at the scene. Well, one apparently went missing.
What does chess have to do with anything?
Yeah, shogi is way better.
Yup, Hero, you got it.
Wait, no, that's not what I mean. So,
Fuck
let's say
you,
a
Hero, I love
bottle
you.
did go missing. There's still no evidence that has anything to do with this case. That bottle could have disappeared any time before the murder.
No. It's clear that the missing bottle
Because of
is
the
connected to
test
this
that we
case.
did.
How is it clear?
Think about what state the missing bottle must have been in. Maybe then you'll understand.
The bottle that was missing. It was excited.
I got it!
Oh,
The
man.
bottle must have
Welcome
been
in,
broken.
Magus.
What makes you so sure?
Soft R like Magus or hard R like Magus?
Because there was evidence at the scene that supports it.
Huh?
That's right. We found evidence that shows there was more than just one broken bottle at the scene.
But where did the extra top and bottom of the bottle go,
What
you
is
know?
this evidence?
Kyoko and I figured it out before.
I got it! Earlier, Kyoko and I did a little experiment.
Kyoko and I. Hard G, you think? So you're not sure.
Compared the weight of the broken bottle pieces at the scene to one of the unbroken bottles. And what we found was that the collection...
Maybe
of
after I
pieces
finish
was
all the
empty.
Danganronpa games, I can do a
And the
tier
reason
list
for
of all
that
the
is
minigames.
There was actually more than one bottle's worth of shattered glass.
That'd be interesting.
So from this, we can surmise that 2 bottles were actually broken at the scene of the crime.
List of executions, too. I could do... What if I just did, like, the ultimate Danganronpa tier list video? Which is just, like, ranking the games, ranking all the minigames, and ranking all of the executions. All in one video. And then, of course, my character tier list is its own video.
But someone did their best to clean up the pieces of
And all
one
of the
bottles,
all of the,
along with the figure inside.
chapters. Magus. Got it.
But when they did, they
Magus.
must have left behind a few too many pieces,
I'm gonna call you Meiji. I'm kidding.
which is only natural. They certainly had no way to measure the exact right number of pieces to remove.
But why would they have to try and get rid of it like that anyway?
Because of what it would reveal about the case.
There can be no doubt that the second missing Monokuma bottle is involved in this case. It must have been used by Sakura. Some bowling... Bowling?
Got it! The bottle that was removed
The
from
endings
scene
of the
was
games?
used
Oh, God.
The second time Sakura was attacked.
The second wound on Sakura's head came from that second bottle.
Rank the ranking. Shut up.
Given all the evidence, this is the only possible conclusion.
The killer wanted to make it look like there was only one attack, so they had to get rid of their evidence.
From there, we can conclude that it wasn't Hiro who delivered that second blow. Wouldn't you agree, Toko? And there's the matter of the magazine. You must have been in the rec room when the incident took place.
Shut the fuck up. Rank how much you regret not telling Kyoko about Sakura being the spy. Literally stop.
Wait, I admit, maybe there was a second attack, but there's no evidence I had anything to do with it.
No way! You killed her! I'm sure of it!
Shut up! Until 2 seconds ago, you were
This is
claiming
such a
that
messy
you-
trial.
I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That's just the kind of guy I am. Plus, I just remembered something that proves it.
Okay, fine. Let's hear it.
It was right after I got Ogre's note. I was kind of nervous about it, so I went to the rec room early. You know, to stake it out or whatever. So I was waiting there, and that's when I saw her.
Oh.
I saw Toko go into the rec room.
Was Hero the one hiding in the locker?
Pretty soon, Ogre showed up, and she went into the rec room. I assumed Toko was still in there, so I figured everything would be okay.
No, okay.
That's why I headed in. But when I got inside, Ogre was all
So
alone.
Toko was hiding in
Toko
the
had
locker.
disappeared.
And you just now decided to share that with us?
Wait. What?
After the shock of thinking I'd killed someone, I forgot all about it.
I'm so confused.
Could someone tighten the screws on his brain? I think they've come loose.
So, Toko, where the heck did you disappear to?
You don't know what you're talking about. I never went in the rec room.
I'm really looking forward to the closing, whatever it's called again, the summary.
I'm sure she didn't disappear.
Because I have no idea what the fuck
but
is
maybe
happening.
she found somewhere to hide.
So wait, she hit Sakura, hid, and then Hero came in, talked to Sakura, and they just both chilled there. Sakura didn't mention Toko hiding. Is that what I'm understanding?
Hiding in the rec room? Don't be ridiculous. Why are you all ganging up on me? You're all nothing but vermin.
So everybody attempted to kill Sakura, but failed. It's not ridiculous at all. I need proof that shows she was hiding in the rec room. She left it there for anyone to find it. A new element this late in the game. You've probably been pressing left during your final strike without a second thought. You're gonna have to pay a little extra attention to your finishing blow. You'll have to choose the proper truth bullet to use during your coup de grace. Select it the same way and simply press Q. Wait, press the Q or use the mouse wheel. Like the debate if your logic difficulty is set to kind, blah, blah, blah. But educational purposes, we're going to pretend you're set to mean. You're about halfway through the game now. Go you. Well then, good luck and have fun. This is the halfway point, actually? Wow.
It's a lie. I admit nothing. I hate you. I curse you. No! That's enough! I admit nothing. I curse you. I curse you. It's a lie! That's enough!
Get fucked. Okay.
That's enough!
Was in the rec room. Don't be ridiculous. It's getting awfully close. Wait, what?
It's a lie! I admit nothing. I hate you.
Okay. That's annoying.
That's enough!
This should prove it.
Break.
Did you know someone left a handprint behind on the inside of the locker? They must have been hiding in there and put their hand on the wall without thinking. Does this handprint look familiar, Toko?
No, it doesn't.
Okay then, let's just compare it to your hand, shall we?
Do they just have the locker in here with them? Here, put your hand on this locker that we carried down here as evidence.
Stop wasting my time. Just tell us the truth.
Okay, it's my handprint.
Dang, she just straight up admitted it.
Sounds familiar, Hero.
Then you killed Sakura.
Oh my
No,
god, no,
I
neither of
swear
them
there's
killed
no
Sakura.
way.
This is such a mess.
Out with it.
I probably did kill her.
Oh my god, this is such a mess.
Straight up again.
Wait, what do you mean probably?
Hero, okay, I killed her. It was me. And then it comes to Toko. Yeah, I probably am the one who killed
Give
her.
us the details, Toko. What happened between you and Sakura?
It's gonna be fucking, like, Hina.
Talk. Now.
After I read Sakura's note, I decided to go there early, so I went into the rec room. I didn't know what she might do if I didn't go. but I was too scared to face her head on.
Yeah, nobody knows for sure if they're the one that dealt the final blow. She's just that strong,
So
exactly.
I figured I'd just sneak in first and hide in the locker.
Then, did you see what happened? Did you see me hit her?
Oh, I see. She was hiding in there the whole time. Then Sakura came in. Then Hiro came in. Then Hiro hit her. Left the note. Left. Then Toko came out and hit her again. Yeah, welcome in, Yuki. How you doing?
And I saw you write my name. I saw you forge her dying message.
Well, that's awkward.
So after he left, I jumped out of the locker and put the magazine back on the shelf.
But when you did, you put it back upside down.
Yeah, you put it back, but it was the wrong way.
I didn't mean to. I was in a hurry.
Like, that's some super... Like, it helped us find it, yes, but, like...
Imbeciles, all of you.
Forget all that. Why did you attack Sakura?
After I put the magazine back, I heard a sound behind me like a monster growl, and when I turned around, there was Sakura, covered in blood and staring right at me.
Oh, so she was somehow still alive? She didn't die yet.
When I saw all that blood, I fainted right there in front of the magazines. I don't remember what happened after that. If you want to know more, you'll have to ask her.
You mean... Well, that's very convenient.
Guess it's back!
It was your fault after all!
My fault, Master's fault. When our faults combine, they soar to even greater heights.
Just answer the question. Did you kill Sakura?
Well, to be honest, Miss Morose and me don't actually share our memories. So I can't really say what was going on. But I was just minding my own business, sleeping peacefully when someone shook me awake. Was it a prince paying me a visit? I wondered. So I opened my eyes to see... splatter everywhere! I was not prepared for that.
Yeah, that's a surprising thing to wake up to. I'll give her credit there.
And, well, I guess it took me by surprise. I got so startled, I smacked her with the first thing I could find, which I guess was a bottle.
That's fair. Honestly, that's a valid reaction to have.
Sakura was just worried about you, and you're terrible.
No, I think that's fair when you're living in that much fear of her.
She's terrible. Thanks to her, I murdered someone who wasn't an adorable boy for the first time ever.
And when it was all over, you collected the pieces of the bottle to get rid of the evidence, didn't you?
I wasn't about to die for some woman. If I'm gonna go down, I want it to be for killing Master.
Just go
Fair
away
point.
and die your meaningless death alone. Don't drag me into it.
I'm Brazilian, but I understand a little of what you're talking about. What do you mean about what I'm talking about?
Catch a break, you know? Fate's got it out for me.
Sans? Oh my god, I didn't even think about that.
Normally,
The
Sakura
glowing
should've
blue
been able to
eyes.
dodge my attack, no problem.
Even as strong as she is, she must have still been reeling from Hiro's attack.
No.
Hey, come on! That's... you know... But anyway, I'm not the one that killed Ogre, so that's good.
He's so relieved. He was so suspicious because he was so convinced it was him. So that's good? Keep talking like that and Hina's gonna...
Well then, that's that. Let's start the vote.
I thought for sure you'd have some words for Hiro on that one.
What's wrong? Come on, everyone, we're ready to vote, right? Let's do this.
Yeah, it was Hina. It was Hina.
No, not quite yet.
It was Hina. I kind of had a feeling from early on.
Not yet? Why not yet?
Don't you think there was something odd about Toko's story? I mean, you had to have noticed.
Odd. Huh?
Hiro's attack, and then Toko's, but that still wasn't the end of it.
Nope, not over.
Tell us your story one more time. Tell us what happened after you fainted. Then even this gaggle of idiots should understand what I'm talking about.
Oh, Byakuya, I love you.
This is my command, darling.
It's not over yet, is it? The one who killed Sakura is... Let me select Hina. Status of the body, examination, or yellow powder. Okay.
I was just sleeping peacefully
Okay.
And all of a sudden, Sakura was right there in front of me. I remember waking up right in front of the magazine shelf.
You were taken by surprise when you saw Ogre covered in blood. So you smashed her head in with the Monofuma
It's the stat.
bottle?
It's yep. I know what I'm gonna be shooting at here.
You're good.
Oh.
And where did the attack take place?
Right where I woke up. I killed her there in front of the shelf.
Boom.
No.
That's an easy one. She was slumped over in the chair when she was dead, though.
We found Sakura sitting upright in a chair. If the blow by the shelf was the cause of death, there's no explanation why she was in that chair.
So, you finally
Everybody tried to kill her and failed in this chapter.
That's just another lie from a bloodthirsty serial killer.
Are you sure you didn't attack her while she was sitting in the chair?
No, I'm sure she's telling the truth. Anyone who saw the murder scene should think the same way.
That has to be it. The evidence that proves there was an attack in front of the magazine shelf. The blood on the floor. Do we have that? Oh yeah, right here. Magazine shelf bloodstain.
I got it! Sakura was definitely attacked in front of the shelf. The blood stain by the magazines is proof of that.
Then she must have moved the body after she killed her, right?
How the fuck is she gonna move Sakura?
To make it look like I did it. Because when I hit her, she was sitting in the chair.
Bae, that is a solid point. It's not what happened, but that is a solid
Come on
point.
now, look at me. I can't carry anything heavier than my own scissors. There's no way I could move a muscle-bound heavyweight like that.
Then what's the deal?
Well, are you still convinced the case has come to an end?
But
Plus, the biggest mystery of all.
Oh,
the
Hina,
locked room,
you're cracking.
Still has yet to be explained.
You're slowly cracking.
Until we take care of that, we can't say this case has been properly settled.
oh, that part's easy. After she killed Sakura, Toko just hid in the locker again.
No.
So she just hid in there till everyone showed up and opened the door?
No.
And while everything was all confused and hectic, she just snuck out of the locker into the group.
No, I don't think that's possible.
There's only the one door that everyone could have come in and out of, and we saw Toko come through it. I was in the locker. There's no way she was in there because I was in there.
I got it! Even before we opened the door to the rec room, Hina and I both got a look inside.
That's so funny.
And at that point, the locker was already
That was
open.
very tempting to go and say.
So obviously Toko couldn't have been hiding in there.
You love my shirt? Do you want to see it better? Hold on.
Where was she hiding?
Here's my shirt in full. I'm glad you like it.
I don't know. What's this whole locked room thing about anyway?
How do you not know? You killed her!
Big
I
Yosh.
think the fact that I don't know proves I didn't kill her. Thank you very much. You're lying.
No, she's not. I've been saying all along, there's still more to this case.
But if Genocide Jill didn't do it, that means Ogre didn't die from the shot to the head.
Nope.
And
Everyone tried to kill her and failed.
Well, I can't imagine what else could have killed her.
that's because you're overlooking vital information.
It's right there in front of us. Could we really be missing something so important? There's another possible explanation. Maybe it's... Dump bump bump dump bump bump bump. Yellow powder. What was Aui's account again? That was about the candy.
What was
This
it
is about
that killed Ogre?
vomiting blood.
It wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack. And what was it?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot to her head. So you're dead set on blaming me, huh?
What was it that killed Ogre? If it wasn't from Genocide Jill's attack, then what was it?
Would that be contradictory, though?
There's no other possible cause. What killed Sakura? I can't think of anything other than the shot.
I guess so. I guess that is it.
According to the Monokuma file, Sakura had vomited blood. I think we can assume there's a chance this was related to her cause of death. In fact, there was even a trace of blood left around her mouth.
Well, I mean, maybe when she got hit with the bottles, she cut the inside of her mouth.
Nope.
If that's all it was, the file wouldn't have specified vomited blood. Not to mention, I didn't find any cuts inside her mouth.
You even checked in there? God, you really
That's
are
extremely
into
thorough.
dead
I gotta give her
bodies?
credit for that.
No, I'm not into dead bodies. What I'm into is solving mysteries.
Very serious response.
But if
I
there
love
wasn't
that.
a cut or anything, then what made her vomit blood?
Some sort of reaction within her body. Most likely,
A poison.
Sakura was poisoned.
There it is.
Poisoned?
They finally got to it.
That's right. This is the conclusion I've arrived at, and so there can be no mistake.
You're making me go all weak in the knees. She was
Please don't do that.
It isn't possible.
Is it really so hard to believe? Then let me explain.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be
exactly how the
possible,
culprit was
Hina?
able to poison her.
You can explain it?
Of course, if you don't mind.
Everyone quiet! Shut up and listen to Master!
But you're the only one talking.
The key to unlocking this mystery was hiding in the chem lab up on the 4th floor.
Yup.
Not in the rec room? Then I could have found it all along.
You never would have, since you gave up on the search the moment you were barred from the crime scene.
Well, yeah, good point.
There's a big shelving unit in the chem lab that houses a variety of mixtures and chemicals. And that's where I found this.
Chem C9.
Is that the poison?
The poison for Cusco? Sakura's poison?
It's not an especially powerful
The
poison,
poison
but it'll
specifically
still
designed to
kill you
kill
if you drink an
Sakura?
entire bottle. But the specific properties don't matter.
An entire
What does
bottle.
matter is where I found it.
Where'd you find it?
The shelf is divided up into 3 sections, A, B, and C.
And it was found on
In
A.
Section A, dietary supplements.
Yep.
In B, reagents. And in C, a variety of lethal chemicals.
And that's where the poison came from? Section C?
Nope.
Well, that's the question, isn't it?
The bottle of poison Byakuya just showed us. I'm sure I know where he got it. It was on the same shelf as all the supplements. Section A. Yep.
I got it!
I remember that.
The poison was actually in Section A, wasn't it?
You just said that Section A was
Yep.
for
For
supplements
protein
or
shakes.
Strange, isn't it? Why would there
Strange,
be a bottle of
isn't
poison
it?
mixed in with all those nutritional additives?
whatever. Yeah, so? Why?
Because the culprit switched it out. That's why.
What do you mean?
I mean, this.
Dun dun dun. I couldn't believe my eyes. Byakuya put the bottle of poison to his lips and
Master!
we were so shocked at what we were seeing, all we could do is stand there and watch. He's drinking a protein shake. But as if it was the most natural thing in the world, Byakuya was as calm as ever. Is that funny?
That tastes awful.
Oh no! Master's in real trouble! You have to drink some water! You can't just swallow powder! It'll stick to your throat!
Idiot! He just swallowed poison! We need to make him spit it out!
Oh my god, you're all stupid.
The flavor certainly makes me want to spit it out. What's so high quality about this stuff?
Huh? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about the protein, of course.
Of course.
Protein?
Can I see that bottle for a second?
Ah, wait. Oh, the poison was a powder, right. So it can be mistaken for a protein powder. This makes sense.
Oh, sure. Do whatever you like.
Kyoko took the bottle from Byakuya and scraped out a bit of the contents with one finger. She touched her finger to her tongue.
It's protein powder.
Correct. That wasn't poison in the bottle, but harmless protein powder. Which makes one wonder, the poison that should have been in that bottle, where did it go?
In the protein shake that was in the room. The bottle of poison was actually filled with protein powder, which would mean that conversely the poison must have been in. Could it be? Oh my god. Fucking Hangman's Gambit. Protein Drink. We're looking for an R. T. E. No, I didn't do that. I didn't mean to do that. N. Drink. Ooh, that was rough.
Now I understand.
Oh my god, I get it.
The poison must have been poured into the protein.
Hangman's Gambit does absolutely nothing for the game. It doesn't make it more interesting to discover it. It's just like, I know the answer. Now let's click on letters to say what the answer is.
The reverse is true, right?
Absolutely. The contents of each container were switched. So the protein was in the bottle of poison, and the poison was in the protein can.
I'm sorry, you saying I love how he says now I understand makes me picture like wait, so if the protein drink was in the poison bottles, then that means that the poison was P R O, like he's spelling it out very slowly in his head and he's like, okay. Oh, I get it now. Like he has to spell it out in his head really slowly, like, aha.
Once you accept that, it becomes obvious how the culprit
That's
was
so
able to
funny.
get Sakura to drink the poison.
Holy crap!
All they had to do was hand her something there at the scene, and she was happy to drink the poison herself.
Oh, Hina, why'd you do it? A Monokuma bottle.
I got it! You're saying they gave her a protein drink, right?
A protein drink which actually contained a deadly poison.
Easy enough.
What?
That's all it took to kill Sakura. That.
Hina's sweating because like it's slowly coming together.
No? I do remember Ogre saying that protein stuff was good for all kinds of aches and pains. So maybe she took it to try and help with the whole bleeding head wound thing.
Actually, though, yeah.
But what was offered to her instead was a bottle full of poison. And I already know exactly who swapped the
I
mixtures.
do too, Byakuya.
For real? Who was it?
Evidence revealing who replaced the two materials was left in the chem lab for anyone to see.
The footprints.
I got it!
Yep.
The footprints left behind in front of the shelf.
I'm a small boy and my feet were bigger than the footprints.
That's the evidence you're talking about, isn't it?
I visited the chem lab this morning, and there were definitely no footprints there at that point.
There were also no spilled poison.
They must have appeared around the time of the murder, which leaves no doubt that they're connected. What's more, the footprints were in front of Section A, where I found the bottle meant for the poison. The culprit must have gone to Section A to swap the poison and protein, leaving their footprints behind.
I have to think about this for a moment. Hold on. Okay.
And given how clear the prints were, figuring out who they belong to will pose no problem. All we have to do is check everyone's footprints right now. Then we'll see who...
It was me.
She's just gonna confess. Oh.
The footprints. They're mine.
Hina?
Wait a second.
If you're all gonna find out anyway, I'd rather you hear it straight from me, you know?
I mean, we were right, but this is an interesting twist.
Ogre's killer was...
Yep. I did it. I killed Sakura.
Just as I suspected.
Everyone wants to confess to the
Footprints
murder.
were made by a pair of
Jesus.
sneakers. There was no mistaking it. And the only people here who wear sneakers are...
The only people wearing sneakers here are Makoto and Leon. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, he was wearing something like that, wasn't he? Oh, does that mean the footprints came from Leon's ghost? Does that mean the footprints came from... It looks like I embarrassed myself. Oh my god, I had to. I hope I didn't summon another ghost by saying that. There has to be someone else besides Leon who wears sneakers. Ah, it's Byakuya, isn't it? No, okay.
I got it!
That's so I had to.
Me and Hina are the only ones. Oh, so Byakuya. That explains why you...
He had me check it, yeah. These footprints must be... Makoto, are they yours? No! Okay then, let me see your shoes and I'll confirm their size for myself.
If the footprints didn't belong to Makoto, that left only one other possibility. Just Hina. Plus, Hina's been acting strange ever since the trial
Yep,
began.
she's been really pushing things.
You were in an awful rush to get to the vote, weren't you? This whole time, you've been focused on pinning the crime on someone else, haven't you?
I can't believe it.
What about it can't you believe?
Well, it's just... the two of them were so close.
Mm-hmm.
That's likely exactly why it turned out this way. Because they were so close, Sakura didn't think twice about it when Hina handed her the concoction. Hina used that trust to kill her. She deceived the victim, and she tried to deceive all of us. I have to say, Hina, coming from you...
Honestly,
this was
yeah.
a particularly nasty little scheme.
If she hadn't slipped up, she probably could have gotten away with it.
Hina, is it true? Did you really kill Sakura? And if you did, why? Why would you do that?
I found her. There in the rec room. She was hurt.
It was a mercy killing, I tell you.
She asked me to bring her that protein drink. But when I went to get the powder from the chem lab, it just occurred to me all of a sudden.
Now's my chance to kill her. That's what you thought,
There's
right?
something more to it than that.
That's when you switched out the protein powder, and that's when you gave her the poisoned mixture.
Byakuya, just let her talk.
And then,
No, I guess that was it.
all at once.
Never mind.
And then...
Hold it. I'm not convinced.
You're not about to claim she wouldn't kill a close friend, are you? You still don't get it, do you? The game we're playing here isn't so kind.
Why is Kyoko not convinced?
Honeyed words like friendship don't matter here. What matters is outwitting the opponent, defeating them. Not a person alive would sacrifice themselves for another. In the end, we're all in it for ourselves. Just like how this girl sacrificed Sakura to save herself.
Unless, maybe Sakura asked her to do it? Maybe? Yeah, when Byakuya and Kyoko disagree, it's like a... Wait, what the fuck?
You say that, but I'm still not convinced.
How many times do you plan to repeat yourself?
Don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying it because of some misguided sentimentalism. But there's still that one unsolved mystery, and I'm not convinced.
Are you talking about the locked room problem?
Yeah.
Hina, if you really are the killer, explain it. How
It was
did you
the
create
Mondo
that
butter.
locked
Ugh.
room?
Well... that doesn't matter.
Sakura
Since I'm
locked
guilty,
it.
That means I have to tell you everything?
Sakura locked it and then sat down and smiled.
No, it doesn't. But the fact
I'm
that you
guessing
won't
that's-
tell us concerns me.
Did Sakura ask her to poison her and get out of here alive? That's what I think happened. I genuinely think that Sakura was like, Hina, I'm not doing so well. Now's your chance. Here's what you should do. And you can get out of here or
Surely
something.
you're not... Do you honestly think Hina didn't actually kill her?
And if I do?
Impossible. She switched out the mixtures. She's the culprit. There's no way you can doubt this.
Are you sure about that? Even ignoring the fact that I don't want to believe it, it just doesn't fit.
What doesn't fit?
I mean, why would someone leave such a clear clue like a footprint?
But she also confessed to it.
It's too obvious, too easy.
He's right. It makes it look like you wanted people to suspect you.
Because she felt guilty?
That was...
No.
I was just... nervous.
You didn't notice?
Why is everyone so eager to be the one that did it?
Yeah, that's just how it was. What can I do?
Was it Byakuya?
Listen, Hina.
Watch it ends up being
Could you go
Byakuya.
into a bit more detail? Tell us more about when you switched the poison and the protein.
How come? That doesn't matter.
Did Sakura do it beforehand?
Hina, please.
Did
I'd like
Sakura
to know
kill
too.
herself? Somehow? I'm so confused.
Fine.
Waste your time if you like. It's clear that Hina is the culprit.
I mean, you're getting a little sweaty
There's
now.
nobody else to suspect. Nobody else could have possibly done it.
Go ahead, Hina. Start from the moment you arrived at the chem lab.
Well, right away I went to Section C and got
Nope.
the poison.
Nope.
And is that when you spilled the powder in front of that part of the shelf?
Yeah. When I opened the bottle, I dropped it like an idiot.
Oh wait, no, that would make sense.
I see.
Nope, that
Okay,
does
then,
follow
go
up.
on.
So then I moved to Section A and got the protein powder.
No.
And that's where I switched them.
No, that doesn't make sense.
Once I was done
That
with
doesn't
that,
add up.
I took the protein can that had the poison in it and left the room. But I accidentally put the bottle filled with protein powder back on the wrong shelf. And because of that, everything I did got found out. And that's it.
Sakura was with her when it happened because there's protein powder on her shoe.
That story you just told. First, you went to Section C to get the poison. Then moved to Section A to get the protein.
No,
right?
it doesn't follow
Meaning
the
you went
footprints.
from Section C to Section A. Do I have that correct?
Yeah.
But if that's true... Yeah, no, she went straight from the door, straight to Section A.
Can you repeat that series of events one more time?
Oh, man. Okay, I'm actually confused
What's
now.
wrong with you, Big Mac? You're being awfully pushy.
It's the same thing no matter how many times you hear it. How long until you're satisfied?
How long? Till we figure it out. Until I uncover the full truth of this case. Yeesh! Footprint in the powder, chem lab shelf, source of the powder. I'm gonna look at those real quick before we do anything. These three. On the shelf, A is supplements, B is reagents, C is chemicals. A bottle of poison from section C is on shelf A. So that's that one. Source of the powder is the broken bottle, which is Chem C4. And the powder would have been spilled after the incident took place. And then the footprints appeared only near the leftmost section. They only had business in this area. All of those could be accurate
First I
here.
went to Section C. That's when I grabbed the poison.
And you spilled some of the powder on the ground in front of the shelf.
Yeah. When I grabbed the bottle, I dropped it.
Okay, and then?
I moved from Section C to Section A. And that's where
That's gonna be right there.
Once I was done switching them, I put the bottle filled with the protein powder back in Section A. Then I took the bottle with the poison in it and left the chem lab. That's all there is to it.
Honestly, that's enough. How much longer must we tolerate?
I had to make him fast.
First I went to, that's when I grabbed the poison. And you spilled some of the, yeah. When I grabbed, okay, I moved from Section C to,
That doesn't work.
No, it's wrong.
That doesn't work out at all.
You said you went to get the poison from Section C. And that's where you spilled the powder, right?
yeah? What about it?
Because I'm still curious about the powder on Sakura's
And
foot.
after that, you said you moved from Section
And the
C
protein
to
shake
Section A to
after
get
we
the
broke the
protein.
glass.
But the footprints left at the scene were not moving from Section C to Section A. That contradicts what you just said.
No, I levitated to Section A. And then I stepped down.
Then maybe she moved in some weird direction on purpose to disguise her movements?
No, that can't be it. Remember what Hina just said?
I was nervous I didn't notice I'd left a footprint.
What the? Hina, what's the meaning of this?
Well...
You lied to us. Plain and simple.
Yeah, this is weird.
Look at the footprints. Your movements in the chem lab are obvious. The powder had already been spilled when you came in, and you went straight to Section A. So you never went to Section C. Whatever you did there, it only involved Section A.
I feel like once I hear one piece of the case that I'm missing right now, it's gonna click, and I'm gonna be like, oh, fuck, that's what it was.
Well... You see...
What the hell? What's going on here?
I'm right there with you, Byakuya, honestly.
And the footprints aren't the only problem with her account.
What?
Before I explain that part, I'd like to submit some new evidence.
New evidence? Impossible, there can't be.
Are you sure? After all, you're the one that gave it to me.
Oh?
I did?
Byakuya is so fucking confused.
It was hidden inside the bottle of poison you gave me. I'm amazed you, of all people, would miss such a vital clue. A truly grave oversight.
Just say it already! What is it you think you found?
I found this.
Was it a Monokuma piece? A piece of glass, oh.
It had sunk to the bottom of the bottle. And the hidden clue was exposed, thanks to you ingesting the powder. I couldn't have solved the mystery without you. So, thank you for that.
What?
But, what is it?
Oh, you still don't realize? Well then.
Yeah, I'm with Byakuya here.
Makoto, why don't you explain it?
I don't fucking know.
Huh? Me?
Yeah, what?
Fine. If you really do know...
Wait, did I miss something there? Oh, just the ... Explain the meaning of that shard of glass. The shard of light blue glass Kyoko found inside the bottle of poison. I broke something the same shade of blue. The window, but how could it... What?
I got it!
What?
It's part of the window from the rec room door, right?
There was also the protein powder, the protein drink also was on top of the...
The window?
The window we broke to get in was light blue, just like that.
My head hurts.
That must be it.
You're right. It must be. Of course, that leads to another question. How did a shard of glass from
Yeah.
the window get inside this
What the
bottle of
fuck?
poison?
What's so strange about that?
What's strange is that, according to what Hina told us,
Where was it the bottle of poison should have been when I broke the rec room window? Chem lab. Section A.
I got it!
Yeah.
The bottle of poison was left on the shelf in the chem lab. That is what you said, right, Hina? And yet, somehow a piece of glass from the rec room window made its way into the bottle.
Everything Hina told us was a lie?
In reality, that bottle of poison most definitely found its way to the rec room.
This is so fucking
It
weird.
was there at least until the window got broken. In other words, when the locked room was unlocked. There's no other way to explain the presence of that glass in that bottle.
And then, once the room was opened, the bottle somehow got moved back to the shelf in the chem lab. Meanwhile, the protein can we found at the crime scene was planted there. That had to be after the locked room was opened. In other words, after Sakura died.
Wait, hold on. You're moving too fast. I'll grant you, the bottle of poison may well have been in the rec room when it was locked. But how can you say the protein can was put there after the room was unlocked? We already know...
I love
she put the
Byakuya
protein
breaking
can
down
with
here.
poison inside, right? If that can wasn't there when she died, how did she get poisoned?
she willingly drank the poison.
You're right. We do need
Maybe.
to explain that. But before we do, there's something I'd like to confirm with everyone here.
Huh?
It has to do with the protein can. After Sakura's body was discovered, did anyone move it or trip over it or anything like that?
What are you talking about? Is this some kind of loaded question?
He's losing it.
Not at all. Just answer to the best of your ability.
Well, no, not that I remember.
Yeah, me either.
Not me.
Same here. Yeah, me either.
Okay then, that settles it. That proves that the protein can found its way to the murder scene after the room was opened.
Oh, come on! How can you say that? How can you know what I don't know?
Oh my god, I love this. I don't think he's guilty at all. I don't think he's breaking down because he's like freaking out. He was caught off guard. He genuinely has no idea how someone noticed something that he didn't. And he feels like he's losing right now. There's proof that someone brought it into the room after it was open. It was on top of the glass, that's why. Empty protein drink is what we're going with.
When it comes to that protein can, there's not a doubt in my mind. Until the locked room was unlocked, it absolutely was not in there.
So you're saying someone planted it there after we got the door open?
No. No, that's impossible. It had to have been in there the whole time. It had to be. It was in there before the rec room was unlocked.
Nope.
No, that's wrong.
Oh my god, Byaku, you poor fucking fool.
You remember how there was broken glass scattered all around the room, right?
Unless he is guilty and he's losing it.
Of course. It came from the window you broke to get in. What about it?
Well, those pieces
I'm
weren't
so
just scattered
confused.
around the protein can.
Everyone says it was them.
We also found pieces underneath the can.
What?
And this proves it. It shows that the can must have been put down on the floor after the window was broken. So it had to be after we got into the room.
I see. So that's your explanation. Kyoko, earlier when you asked if anyone had moved the can or tripped over it...
If that were the case, that would explain the can being on top of the glass.
Yeah. Byaku, you're the type of guy to unplug the TV if someone passes him in Mario Kart. Yeah.
So you asked everyone about it to eliminate that possibility right out of the gate.
And that's made everything clear, hasn't it? As long as it was a locked room, it only contained the bottle of poison, and not the protein can. But once the room was opened up, they were switched, and as a result, the protein can wound up in the rec room, and the bottle of poison returned to the chem lab.
If that's all true, then why did Sakura drink the poison? I thought we all agreed she was tricked into drinking it because of the protein can.
No, that's not why.
Oh boy.
The only explanation is...
Yeah,
she
okay,
drank from
back to
the
what I
original
originally
bottle,
thought it was. I thought they were
knowing
going a different
exactly
route.
what it was.
Precisely. She was alone in a locked room. All she had was the poison. What other possibility is there?
You're saying she drank it knowing what it was? Such a ridiculous fiction is...
Exactly what happened.
Yep.
Then tell us already. Sorry. Please,
Ooh,
tell us.
he apologized. My dude apologized.
Before we get to that, we need to clarify one other thing. We need to establish who exactly got the poison from the chem lab and took it to the rec room.
Was it Sakura then?
It was Hina, right? She took it and gave it to Ogre.
What do you think, Makoto?
The one who got the poison from the chem lab and brought it to the rec room. It had to have been Sakura. Yeah, because of the...
I think it was Sakura herself.
Huh? So Sakura, who was apparently murdered, just poisoned herself? What are you talking about? There's no way!
Do we actually have, like, nobody is blackened?
On the contrary, we know for a fact she went to the chem lab, right to the section full of poisons.
You're lying! Stop lying! Why? Why would you lie like that?
Sakura definitely went to Section C. Kyoko already showed me the evidence I need. Now I have to hit Hina with it. I have to make her accept it. Oh, we're doing another one of these? Fine.
You're a liar. What are you saying?
Oop.
Wrong. You're wrong. I'm telling you.
I didn't want to do that.
I did it. Stop talking.
I fucked up.
You're a liar. Wrong. You're wrong. Wrong. You're wrong. I hate you.
I didn't want to use my thing.
You're a liar. What are you saying? Wrong. You're wrong. I'm telling you, I did it. Stop talking. You're a liar.
Okay, that was fine.
Do
Yellow
you have
powder.
any kind of proof Sakura took the poison?
I guess that was it.
This should prove it.
Oh, it gets better in V3? Interesting. I'm interested to see how they upgrade the minigames over time.
Hina, did you know that Sakura's foot had a certain yellow powder stuck to it?
It did?
It did. The same yellow powder that had been spilled by the shelf in the chem lab.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That powder was yellow, wasn't it? So the powder we found on Sakura, what else could it be but the powder from the chem lab?
So Sakura went in, took the poison, came back, poisoned herself. Hina was shocked, and then swapped the poison and rushed to switch it with a protein drink. Sakura killed herself and nobody actually murdered her?
Wait. So, what was that powder doing on Ogre's foot?
And it was only on her instep, right?
Sakura must have been standing right there where the powder was spilled. So the person who spilled the powder by the shelf wasn't Hina, but Sakura.
Interesting.
And when Sakura dropped the bottle, she dropped it away from where she was actually standing, which is how she was able to avoid getting it all over herself. But the powder still got scattered around, and some of it must have wound up on her instep.
Interesting.
Is there any problem with my thinking?
But why did Sakura pay a visit to Section C in the first place? The only explanation is that she was looking for poison. After all, that's all that section contains.
So she could poison Hina. No, I'm kidding.
It was me! The poison! Because I killed her!
No, you didn't kill her.
Nobody did. The one that killed Sakura, the connection to Sakura and the poison, the unsolved mystery of the locked room. There's only one way to explain it. Was it just Sakura? She just killed herself.
Here's my answer.
Wow.
The one who killed Sakura?
Who do I think will be
Sakura
punished?
herself.
Nobody. But that's gonna really fuck with Monokuma. Yeah, I don't...
What? The killer was Sakura?
Wait, so you're saying it was suicide?
I don't believe it. I don't believe it any more than I believe I can fly.
I can't believe it either. Or rather, I don't want to believe it. But when you really think about it, everything matches
So she
up.
killed herself because of everything that was happening?
Sakura went and got the poison. She barricaded herself in a room, and she drank it. All so she could end her own life.
That's fucking sad.
And that explains why we couldn't solve the mystery of the locked room.
Because, of course, Sakura wanted to create the locker. Byakuya created it. Oh, this is Chihiro's case all over again. It was Byakuya.
Created by Sakura.
I'm sure she locked herself in so nobody could stop her from doing what she did. She sat there, drank the poison, and breathed her last breath. And the empty bottle of poison rolled around the locked room until we came and opened it. At that point, someone grabbed the bottle and snuck it out of the room. And that was you.
Yeah, that
wasn't
part
it,
was
Hina?
Hina.
You did it to throw off the investigation, didn't you? When we found her body, You stayed right there near the door.
I remember that specifically, yeah.
Because you already knew Sakura was dead. And because the bottle of poison had rolled near the doorway.
That's when you picked up the bottle, right? I was too shocked to notice anything, and Kyoko was busy checking the body.
And then she said, I'll go get
The more I
everyone.
think about it,
Yeah.
the more I realize how unusual your actions were.
I have to go get them. I have to go get the others. Yeah.
You said you were going to go get everyone else. But your real intention was to go to the chem lab and switch out the containers, wasn't it? Once you were at the chem lab, you headed straight to the section where the protein powder was kept. There, you took the powder and poured it into the bottle of poison you'd grabbed from the rec room. When you left the lab, all you had was the empty protein can.
Did she not want anyone to think that Sakura was, like, weak or something?
Thinking about it like that, the footprints make perfect sense.
That's where my brain's at right now.
You gathered everyone together, and once you were back in the rec room,
I got everyone.
while everyone else was focused on Sakura, you quietly placed the can on the ground. Honestly, I should have noticed. You should have been the first one to run up to Sakura's lifeless body.
Yeah.
The Hina I know never would have left her side in a situation like that.
I mean, it's possible Hina's the one that gets punished still.
So, Sakura committed suicide. In order to hide this fact, Hina undertook a series of actions to undermine the investigation. As long as you could disguise the truth, you didn't care if we blamed you for her death. That's why you didn't bother to get rid of such obvious evidence, right? The footprints in the powder and the bottle of poison? Vital pieces of evidence, and yet...
So you're saying Hina consciously deceived us to make it look like she killed Sakura?
Then everyone would have been dead.
No! No, 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 no! I killed her! I did it!
That's enough, Hina. It's over.
It's not! Nothing's over!
It is. Actually, no. You're right.
So confused how this is gonna
We have
end.
to end this properly.
Oh boy. Alright, here we go. The ending. Sakura wanted to talk to Hiro Toko and one other person, Byakuya. Toko got in the rec room and hid somewhere. The locker. Oh, wait. Would it be this one? What was in the Monokuma bottle? It was this one. What did Hiro try to cover up the murder with? It was the Toko thing. At that point, Toko was in the locker. Oh, I think I got them mixed up. This is supposed to go here. So I had it right the first time. It was this one. And now this one. What did she do with the magazine that had the dying message written on it? What was in the Monokuma bottle the genocide Jack hit Sakura with? The other one. And she got up. What actually killed Sakura came from the chem lab, right? That's sad as fuck. And then Hina, I think Hina's the one that's gonna get punished here. There's something on the floor near Sakura's body, which someone grabbed. Oh, that's supposed to go there. That goes there. Oh wait, fuck, right there. They switched the bottle of poison left in the rec room. There we go.
Here's exactly what
Here we
happened.
go. You guys ready?
This case began when Sakura asked a number of people to meet her in the rec room. Specifically, those people were Hiro, Toko, and Byakuya. But one of them headed out a bit earlier than the others, Toko. She got there one step ahead of everyone else and looked around for a good hiding spot.
Oh, wait. Did I get them backwards? Oh, okay. So I was right the first time.
The killer is you! But she got there
Yeah, okay.
and she found it. She crawled into the locker to get out of sight. Then, from inside the locker, she saw Sakura enter the room. Next to arrive was Hiro. When he got there, he mistakenly thought Sakura was going to try to kill him, so he panicked. Without thinking, he grabbed a nearby Monokuma bottle and attacked Sakura with it. Thinking he'd killed her, he hastily began covering up his crime. He took a magazine from the table and forged a dying message from Sakura. To that end, he wrote down a name. Toko. By writing her name, he was hoping to pin the murder on her.
Yeah, but it was a little bit too obvious, too. That's the thing.
But of course, Toko had witnessed the whole thing. So as soon as the coast was clear, she jumped out of the locker and hid the magazine on the shelf with all the others. But in her rush, she made one little mistake.
The magazine was actually upside down.
Put the magazine back upside down. Soon after, she watched as Sakura slowly opened her eyes. She also saw the blood dripping off Sakura's head and fainted. This caused her personality to switch back over to Genocide Jack.
Man, how unfortunate.
When she woke back up, her second personality also saw the blood-soaked Sakura, and she freaked out. And just like Hiro, she grabbed another Monokuma bottle.
Poor
and attacked her.
Sakura. Jesus fuck.
This explains why there were 2 wounds on Sakura's head. Assuming Sakura really was dead this time, she set about disposing of the evidence. She gathered up the broken Monokuma bottle shards and the queen chess piece. And that explains how Sakura was attacked twice with the same type of weapon.
But it didn't end there.
But even after those 2 blows, she was still alive. So then, what was Sakura's actual cause of death? It was the poison that Sakura herself got from the chem lab. She turned the rec room into a true locked room scenario, and then drank the deadly mixture.
Poor fucking Sakura.
And there, she took her
Did she just
final-
realize that no one was gonna trust her in the school and she had to, like, go?
Later on, the rest of us discovered that her body was in there. We had to smash the door's window to get inside. But someone already knew what had happened. Knew that she had committed suicide.
Did she tell Hina she was gonna do it?
And that same someone quietly snatched the bottle of poison from off the ground. And while nobody was looking, replaced it with an empty protein can. They did all this specifically to place all the suspicion on themselves, in an attempt to guide the trial to a false conclusion. And the one who went to all that effort,
Hina. That's so sad.
Hina.
I mean, this case was also fairly mind-boggling, too, if we're being honest here.
Sakura took her own life. And you claim to be the killer to hide that fact. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I feel since Hina was in that final image there, she's gonna be the one that's punished.
That's what happened? But Makoto, how did you manage to... How were you able to uncover the truth that even I couldn't discern?
Huh? Oh, well, I mean...
You still haven't realized? We don't all act according to calculations and cost-benefit diagrams. That's what makes us so complicated.
Yeah, the human interaction,
That's what you
the
don't
emotions.
understand. And that's why you couldn't solve this case. See? Didn't I tell you? When you dismiss other people's feelings, it'll always come back to bite you in the end.
That's fair, she did say that. Oh man, what a fucking case. Here's our conclusion. Look at me go. Solid A rank. How many coins do I get, though? That's the important part. 101? Not bad.
Okay. I think we can all agree you made your point. Did you guys forget already? You still haven't voted yet.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You seriously forgot? I can feel my energy draining out of me.
So how can we...
Well, whatever. You don't
What?
really have a choice anyway. You just gotta do it. Maybe you don't want to, but please grab your lever and cast your vote. So, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice?
Yeah, how would we do this?
The wrong one. What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Can we vote for a dead person? I guess so, right? Guilty of suicide.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura herself.
My entire
Okay, we're done here.
existence.
What did you say?
So that's the whole truth, huh? I see. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Hina, why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you would have died along with the rest of us.
What are you thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean!
Yeah, we almost died there.
What is this?
Because that's exactly what I wanted. What? I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why
You should have been the one to die.
I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were gonna take us all out with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes.
What?
For serious? That's...
What is this?
You still don't understand? Then let me explain. Do you realize just how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Oof. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I'm fine. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness!
You tried to protect me, but because of me.
I can't forgive this!
My closest friend got hurt. Sakura, because of me, my friends are all going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault. Which is why she wanted to find some way to get everyone to forgive her. Thank you, Kate, for that interesting information, this quirky fact during a talk of suicide. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't! Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them. I just noticed, has the chat not been popping up on stream? Not that it's the most important thing. Oh yeah, I forgot to put it up. I also forgot my alert box. Oops. Why was that off? Weird. Anyway, people watching the VOD, Kate said, not important, but in the later games, the X's on their portraits are personalized for each one. Just a quirky fact.
But...
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, even you...
Hina,
Please, don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
they're friends.
Even to the end. Sakura. She clearly believed, she completely believed in all of us. If you just talked to her, you would have understood. She was a friend to us all. And yet...
Why?
And yet... You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. No, that was just a misunderstanding.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her. Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
Sakura, what happened to you?
Hina,
Hina, you came. Wait right here, I'll help you out.
Hina,
Huh?
I'm so glad that I got to meet you. What's wrong, Sakura? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
A favor?
Some protein.
Could I ask you to? Yeah, you got it. Just hang on, I'll be right back. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. And that's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. Sakura. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please. Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness, that's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her and I suffered for it. And that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the class trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I wanted to free her of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. I could never face her after this.
Hey, hey!
I'm sorry to interrupt right when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but...
Hey!
It's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep over here. I mean, do you really think you have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because her and me...
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? What if it was really... like this? Last Testament.
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. But Hina already...
Too bad.
Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby. Jesus. Also, Magus, be careful about saying things before it's explicitly said. Please be careful about spoilers. This is not the first time I've asked you that.
It's true.
Or maybe it is. Maybe I'm confusing you with someone else, but just careful, please. This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. But yeah, like, he said it right after, but he hadn't said it yet when you typed that.
Huh?
What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Oh, don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things up a bit.
Well now.
I can't help it if you totally took my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. So what's the problem? This is all part of the production process, okay? And scene. Cut.
And?
So then, what did she write in her real suicide note?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first place?
But hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know. You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Can you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, geez. Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see me.
You see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
Why is it every other line that's spoken? You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for over 300 years.
I couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch, so even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the mastermind.
And what the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But what neither the mastermind nor I expected was the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive. Sayaka and Leon. No. We only talk about the important one, which is Sayaka. No one cares about Leon. I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why Sakura...
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic, or just moronic.
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. which is exactly what the Mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The Mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the Mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
If the Mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. For that, I'm willing to give up my life. Yo, if they kill Hina for this, well, someone has to suffer, and Sakura died to protect Hina.
If it can save you,
Oof.
then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning. Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting to protect us?
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible. That's really sad.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially.
The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plans, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. Oh, she has training logs in her room. Yeah, I didn't notice that either. Please talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I wanted you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
God damn.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
She's not going to, is she?
But...
This is... I didn't understand how she felt, not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
But in the end, all her meddling was like totally pointless.
Uh-oh.
She died so you guys wouldn't try and kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. If they executed Sakura, they just get her corpse and... No, that's awful. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean, next victim? Nobody here blames anyone.
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste.
Say what?
Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. We're friends who need to work together.
You know?
Damn straight. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody can blame Hina either. Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one who we need to destroy... Sorry, the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. But anyway, are you sure about that? The killing game is a competition between all of you, remember?
Hey!
Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt that those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game.
Naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear the others have cast aside their fear for this game.
Don't make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game which has lost that sense of excitement, which is why I will no longer be participating in it. What's going on here? Now I have only one thing to look forward to, and that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya, does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Wherever Master goes, I go. And if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Everyone.
Hey,
Well, now can you say that Sakura's death had no meaning? Huh, how boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun time.
What the heck?
The fun time? Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to punish you guys?
It's the moment you've all been waiting for. Punishment time!
What?
Wait, but Sakura was technically the killer, right? And she's dead. You're not gonna...
But
Is it me?
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the Blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whatever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular about the bear times one rule.
Listen up!
But I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame to let it go to waste. Oh, fuck. Ryan, they actually do use Sakura.
Yahoo!
Special guest. Wait, what? My special punishment, I prepared a special guest.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
No, do they actually? No! No! Oh, talk about despair. Honestly, talk about fucking despair. That's the worst thing they could have done. We were so focused on the Sakura trial that we forgot about Alter Ego entirely. Oh my god, that was a brilliant twist. Okay, that was like, if I had to rank all the executions so far, that one is an S tier, just from the storytelling standpoint. Fuck, that was good.
Oh no!
You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. Ooh, that really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at. And I'm all about the grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at. Fuck.
so,
I realize how dangerous it could be, but still I have to do this.
but
I'm scared, but I can handle it. I don't really understand why, but
still.
when I think about everyone else, my courage starts to grow. You might think I'm just some inhuman AI, but it's true. So it's okay. If it's for the sake of everyone else, I won't be afraid. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. Makes you sad for some reason. Oh, I mean, there's a very blatant reason why it would make you sad. The anger turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled up through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
Huh? You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is that what you call it? And is this what you call animism? Where a soul dwells within all things? Even like laptops? Well, Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is, it got in my way. It was trying to find things out all sneaky.
Just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually,
Finally? No. I knew it. I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all gonna play out from the start. What?
What are you thinking?
You knew and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge?
yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you.
Phew.
Or maybe like a reward in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal, so I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
I want to keep being helpful to everyone. I want to work as hard as everyone else so that we can all get out of here. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel a billion times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. No, his death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, they all make us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
What?
Postscript?
yep.
Yeah, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note.
Huh?
Huh? Do I have your attention? Okay, then here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of this school. What? A clue?
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, and so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think that what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one. Another word and we would have been hip deep in spoiler territory. Fucked with our memory, I already know.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? It makes you so mad that you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys?
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at all of you for hardening your resolve. Fine, but at least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line in the note. And let me say this let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. Huh? Wow, what a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. She'll fight you? Well, whatever. Who cares what some dead musclehead has to say?
Well,
Okay, I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know. And maybe take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life of yours. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long, think hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was that all about? Sakura's final message or last clue to help us solve the mystery of this school? The mastermind did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over.
You.
What did you do? What did you do to my body?
who?
What?
Hey,
Answer me, what did you do to my body? The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? And if we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off and the bomb explodes? I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. No, he tampered with our memories. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. Or like beta blockers or something. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo,
So the class trial's over and Monokuma's gone.
but...
So now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than to head back up?
Oh,
yeah, okay, let's get out of here. But, Hina must still feel responsible. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones that figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. Seriously, I'm sorry. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
Okay, I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. Huh? That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master.
Huh?
What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening here. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball?
What the heck?
That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are a sleazeball.
I see.
Apparently, you still have a death wish. Oh, more biting sarcasm? No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Hey, stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abusive give and take. Me! I guess it's not easy for everyone to act like friends. Well, that's just how it is for now. That's it. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end, and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck up on us. How much longer is this chapter? Like, actually, if anyone knows. It usually ends after the class trial.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m.
Soon, probably.
As such, soon the doors to the dining hall. Okay, then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it, into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from deep slumber to a hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
How the fuck do you get in here?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door! It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. It was unlocked? Are you serious?
Hey,
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
correct.
3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? She's standing next to my bed. Could it be? It's so late. What happened?
Makoto.
I have a favor I need to ask. What's your favor?
So,
Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. Did she bust it down before drinking the poison? What?
goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. Right, she mentioned she was gonna break into it. Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Yeah, she broke into it. I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived, Kyoko's not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? Put my hand to the door, and with a certain amount of force, it didn't open. I tried again, but it must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
Uh-huh, what are you doing up, mister? Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know? Oh, well, You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But...
Hey!
I can see that, you dolt. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself.
Unbelievable.
It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking or something? No, nothing like that. Wait, this game was made in 2 months? Wow. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
You too? You guys?
Whatever, the two of you, just get back into bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto, let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore.
shall we go?
Don't worry about it, let's just go. Okay. Yeah, go on, get out of here. Shoo! So we left and went back to our rooms. We got an important clue there that he gets tired.
Goodbye.
So, goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she shows up late, and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but...
Goodbye.
Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Kyoko was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school.
Oh?
The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
Oh. Mukuro Ikusaba, the ultimate despair. And chapter 4 is over, just like that. Yep, the 7. That was cool. I like that. Ooh, next stream. We went like almost an hour over stream. The altar lump present. Oh my god. Achievement unlocked, 4 by Gore. Okay, we stop here. Jesus
Mukuro
fuck.
Ikusaba.
There we go. We end here. We did just save, but I'm gonna save again right here. My god. Yeah, seriously. Alright, tomorrow, 8:30 p.m. Mukuro Ikusaba, Chapter 5, Danganronpa. Do not miss it. Do not be late. 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Also, if you're watching right now and you're not yet following the stream, we're 3 followers away from 250. That's pretty cool. Who are we gonna raid? We're gonna raid. It's gonna be a little bit of a shift in content, but I want to raid Polar. He's doing some Dark Souls too, so obviously very different content, but he's a very friendly, very chill dude. I think you guys are gonna like him. Just talk to him, get to know him, hang out with him a little bit. Let me do I have my schedule set up? I do not. Okay, fuck it. We're just gonna outro then. Have a good night, everyone. If you're not yet following on Twitter, if you're not yet in the Discord, both of the links are there in chat for you. I will be hanging out in the Discord pretty much next hour or 2. But yeah, I'll be around. Have a good night, everyone. I love you dearly. We'll be back tomorrow, like I said, Chapter 5. It's gonna be very good. We'll probably finish Chapter 5. If it's the same length as the other chapters, we'll probably finish it on Saturday. So we'll do it tomorrow and Saturday, and then next week we might finish the game if it continues at this pace. Ooh, very exciting. Anyway, bye. Have a good night.